Hello, Wastelanders. Welcome to the Initiative Order and welcome to Vault. This is a Fallout RPG using the new 2D20 system by Modiphius set in the Wasteland, the Texas Commonwealth in 2177. I am your overseer, April Hill. You can find me at stiletto_assassin on Instagram and stiletto DM on Twitter. Before we get into tonight's game, and I know you probably see if you watch the show, we do have a new face on. Well, not too new if you've seen the one shot. Rodney the Rocket is back. So let's meet our players. We will start off with our guest, Rene.
Hi, everybody. My name is Rene Beauregard. I am a player, streamer, writer, actor, director. I'm a multi-hyphenate. That's what we call those things. You can find me at Dragon Rock RPG on Twitter and at Dragon Rock RPG Design, where me and my compadre, Daniel Lieberman, we create supplements for 5e Dungeons & Dragons. Very soon, we are going to be releasing something new. So keep your eyes out on our pages for something very eldritch, as it were. So that should be coming soon. I'm looking forward to that. Other than that, I am playing Rodney the Rocket DeSelles. I'm looking forward to reincarnating this character from the one shot that I played not too long ago. And I am so proud and thankful to be here today with all of you Wastelanders. So thank you for having me back.
All right, and we got Tipper, Alicia Marie. Oh,
hey everybody, I'm Alicia Marie Body on socials, and I'm a costume designer and fabricator, and I'm one half of shapeshifters.com. We make like costumes. I mean, mostly known for like stretch suits, art type stretch suits and custom stuff like that. And we're in the middle of like Halloween craziness, which is, you know, you would think it would slow down with like a panty and everything that's going on, but no, with anything, like more stuff is coming in. I don't know. Anyway, tonight I am playing one of my favorite characters of all time, Tipper. She was a synth artificer, but in this system, she's whatever we want it to be. All you need to know is that she's not necessarily human at all, but she looks very human and acts very human. And as time goes on, she's gaining more human-like characteristics and abilities. So it's interesting to watch her evolution. At least I think so.
It is. It's so special because you're literally not, I mean, usually characters evolve throughout a story, but yours is actually like literally evolving throughout that.
Yeah, literally. She just picks up as she goes along. And I don't know if people notice this, but she tends to still copy things. So like a few episodes ago when Peggy was flipping out, Tipper started thinking, well, maybe I should flip out too. So it was like, but it was a subtle mimicry. But I didn't know if anybody was picking that up. But
Tippermon monster.
All right, Ash, another one that's been evolving quite a bit personality-wise.
Yeah, feelings. I hate them. Anyway, I'm Utahime. You can find me at Utahime Cosplay on Facebook, Instagram, here on Twitch, where I occasionally stream, which I should be doing this Wednesday, actually. And also Brianna DaCosta on Twitter, cosplayer, streamer, TTRPG, player and enthusiast. So yes, if you want to see what I'm up to, please be sure to check me out on all the socials of the medias. And I am playing Ash, who I absolutely adore. Yeah, she's a super mutant who is dealing with a lot of things from her past, and the fact that she might have to recognize that these people are friends, maybe family? ? And that is my spiel.
And we've got Mr. Marcus.
It's my line. Yeah. No, I am. My name is Justin, and I do play Mr. Marcus Cole, the slinger of guns. And I'm wondering, or he at least he is.
User of chems.
Occasional, but there's nothing wrong with that. He is wondering if it would be hypocritical to not help Pon with his brother in favor of sleep, while still expecting help with his brother.
So many brothers. Well, this one we know is an immediate danger, like immediate danger. All right, Sugar Cyrus.
Oh, hey, what can I say? It's Jay Casual. You can find me on all social medias at Just2Casual and Casual Creativity on Twitch. Variety streamer, TTRPG performer, and future publisher of the 5e compatible Deep Breath, a retro features high fantasy setting of Horizon inspired by Shonen Jump manga, anime, and JRPGs, where the old world of magic is in conflict with the new world of technology. And the question is, where is it that you stand? I am playing Sugar Cyrus, the ghoulish rock god of the wasteland, spreading love and passion everyone that I can find in the best ways that I can. Diving deeper and deeper, finding out that maybe, just maybe, sharing is indeed caring.
And speaking of caring, the biggest heart in the wasteland, other than Sugar, we got Pawn.
Hey everyone, my name is DeAngelo, and I'm a tabletop RPG performer and writer, and also a upcoming like game designer, which is super intimidating and scary. But yeah, so you can find me on social media at @_DeAngelo. I fight with all of my heart and soul to add more inclusivity and diversity to our geeky community with projects and events and everything like that. Tonight I will be playing Pawn, who is a former raider trying to be a better person, still has some tendencies that he's like trying to work out and everything like that. But he gives it his all, he tries A for effort for sure. So it's good stuff. And he cares a lot about caps and getting paid fairly. So that's yeah.
And Sugar just pockets them. All right, and we got Peggy Sue.
Hi everybody, it's Taryn, also known as Valrook across the socials, generally a creative human, eldritch entity, TTRPG player, and GM. I am also the creative behind Umbral Oculus Dice. That is ko-fi.com/UO_dice. And you can get merch stuffs and dice stuff, and you should do that because it's cool and they're pretty. See the pretty. But yeah, tonight I'm playing Miss Peggy Sue James. And she's having to deal with a whole lot of feelings that she didn't want to, because somebody was like, yeah, you're important, you should live, and now she's having to question all her life decisions. She also found out she's still technically married, so she's got to go fix that real quick and just be a widow again.
Like wanting to be a widow again. All right, and we are going to talk about our sponsors. Of course, we've got Session Zero Clothing. They make amazing D&D inspired streetwear. You can use the code ORDER at checkout to get 15% off. They have a lot of new designs coming out for the fall and the winter, so you're going to want to go check that out. We've also got Norse Foundry that makes beautiful artisan dice. Use the code TIO15 at checkout for 15% off. And of course, Roaming Player Gear by our own Ray.dm. You can use the code Carnaby20 for 20% off the Dice Tower Tray combo set. And of course, we've got Frank Lloyd Dice, who makes these beautiful. They just finished their Kickstarter, but will be doing some really cool things soon to where you can pre-order stuff. So they create handcrafted tabletop gaming accessories like dice towers and beautiful dice trays with these really cool, beautiful designs written in them, dice boxes and all kinds of beautiful things. So you can check them out. You did help raise $8,603 on their Kickstarter that was fully funded in 3 days, I believe. So yeah, but be listening in to find out more about when you can start doing pre-orders with them outside of the Kickstarter. And then we've also got Mithril Armory. They make beautiful tenhedrals that are foldable metal dice puzzles. They come in a flat sheet of metal that you can fold into a usable die. They also just did a Kickstarter, but they've got another one with some amazing stuff coming up. So let's take a look at that. that in a long time. I've been really good about it. Of course it'd be tonight. Yes. So, well, okay. So if you like what you see here and you love Vault and watching our streams, we would appreciate it if you would tip us via our Ko-fi, which you can find the link below. We do split all of the tips amongst ourselves, and we really appreciate that. We love performing for you during this game, and of course we appreciate your bits and subs that go towards the initiative order and being able to create amazing content and help with things like character art, keeping shows running, getting overlays and whatnot set up. And we are also doing, we also give away a lot of the funds, which you can find out our Discord, where we donate to some of our favorite charities. So yeah, without further ado, I think that's all of the announcements for tonight. Let's get a little wasted. All right, welcome back. So last week we weren't here. We took the week off because this is going to be a pretty big session. We've got a guest and some exciting things happening. So a little background. Last week, the last time we were here, our players found themselves coming out of Vault 43. There were some interesting experiments going on down there, or had been going on down there before the vault. Everybody inside eventually died from chem overdoses, riots, and all kinds of crazy things. Sugar ended up hacking into the Overseer's terminal, finding some very interesting information that relates to Tipper and Ash. Apparently, the person that Tipper was made to look like was the overseer of the vault that Ash came from. However, the log says that the overseer for Vault 43 was very jealous of the overseer of Vault 42, which is the one Tipper's made after. And there were no experiments going on in that vault. Ash begs to differ. Anyway, you all make it out of there finally, after going through a couple of trials, getting your hands on multiple kinds of chems and whatnot, and have a couple conversations, deep conversations. Some things come out. Of course, Sugar relays some of this information to Ash, and not so long ago, in a world just a couple of miles from here in Sterling City, about 4 or 5 years ago, a group of nerdy wastelanders got tired of what they were hearing on the radio. So much so that they decided to pick up and go get a local radio station of their own, try to get one back up and running. And after adventuring around, and this was a very interesting group of people and robots. Very nerdy indeed. After getting into the town, they noticed that super mutants had taken up house here. After fighting off the super mutants and the super mutant hounds and getting rid of all the turrets that the super mutants had set up, they were able to take over what they called the blast off radio station. And they did their first broadcast, and somewhere several hundred miles away in Arizona, a young pawn hears the radio station for the first time. And although his love of comic books is what is most near and dear to his heart, he also loved the fantastic far out tales that the blast off rocket station had to offer over the radio during long nights in the wasteland. And he was a fan ever since. Now, before y'all went to bed last night, Pawn turned on the radio station like he always does, trying to go to sleep. And he hears Rodney on the radio, interrupting a broadcast. Rodney starts freaking out, screaming that they were under attack. And then you can hear in the background, Pawn hears a very familiar voice. His brother Tybalt is trying to also seek refuge inside the radio station. Let's begin.
Snoring. Cigarette hanging out of her mouth still, like it's burnt out. Yeah.
Are we did they give us the coordinates of the radio station?
Yes, you knew that it was set up in Sterling City, which is only a couple hours from where you all are now.
Okay.
Although it is the kind of middle of the night right now, there's a couple hours till daylight. But
okay, Pawn will have listened to the broadcast essentially, and then be like, just go, wide-eyed, and after he puts his cap securely into his fanny pack and zips it up tightly, where no sugar can reach, he will head over to Tipper and kind of pace back and forth and be like, hey, boss, do you got a moment really quick?
Well, that's right. I'm still awake, aren't I? I decided to take the second or first watch because she couldn't sleep. She still was thinking about things. So she's like, yeah, I think I'm fine. It's just, everything is just really creepy. And it seems like things are always changing randomly and throwing me off. Like right when I think I understand everything, something else happens. But otherwise, I'm fine. Where's the dog?
And then Pound will point over, and then there's Hash Brown just on his back, just completely snoring and kicking his heels and all that kind of stuff, or back leg. So Pound will be like, yeah, I'm sorry you're going through that, but something random just came up that I gotta kind of add to the mix. There's a radio station I really like, blast off rocket, radio station, super dope, great DJ, great music and all that kind of stuff. But I just heard my brother, and I think he might be in trouble. It's not too far away from here, but I'm super exhausted, so I'm gonna go to sleep for a little bit, and then I'm probably gonna head over there. Do I have enough PTO accrued to be able to take this time off, just to understand?
Wait a minute. So you just discovered that your brother's still alive and he's somewhere you can get to?
Yeah, I mean, Tybalt's super cautious, it's totally safe, stick in the mud. So I had no fear about his physical well-being, but it's weird that he's so close and around here, and it sounds like he was in danger, and I can't mistake his I could never ever mistake his voice for anything else, because he I know the sound of that because I've had a lot of pep talks from him. So I may have to take a leave of absence for a little bit to go and check it out. I don't want to derail any of what's going on here, because I understand whatever the gang needs most is most important and all that. But I just got to go and do this thing. So do you mind if I'm gone for a day or so, or anything?
you don't you want to go find your brother on your own? You don't think you need like backup of your not a gang?
I mean, if you guys came, I would really appreciate it, but you guys don't have to, because I know that you guys are like, I never want to derail the mission. I never want to put the gang's mission before my own like personal stuff. So like, if you came, that'd be great, but I don't want to force you guys, because I know you guys have important things to do.
Well, I know we have a list of things to do. I know we're going to be finding Mr. Marcus's brother. Sugar is still really questionable. We have to figure some stuff out, me and Ash do. And then we also have to kill Peggy's husband. So we have a list of things that we can add your brother to it, but I don't want to. How about this? In the morning, go get some sleep, find the dog, make sure he's not around that flying thing that Peggy has adopted. It's somewhere. It tends to sneak up on me. What's it called again? Booger?
I think that's the name. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is. We're probably gonna have to put it down at some point, because it's getting kind of big and it's eating a lot of humans.
Okay. Well, okay. I mean, it's up to you, but in the morning we can talk with the group and we can definitely add it to our roster of things that we can do here. Because
sounds good.
Yeah.
Sleep sounds great, because we just went through hell and back for that vault. As he goes, "Thank you, boss. I really appreciate it. You are gracious and you're generous." And he heads back to his like sleeping bag.
Is anyone out there? Please, I'm begging you. Please, if there's anyone out there right now, we here at Blast Off Radio need your help. There are super mutants and hounds surrounding us, attacking us. If anyone hears this right now, I can really use your help.
Pun has already like gotten into. He's already taken off his like pants and underwear and is in his Rad Rabbit like sleeping bag, and he's like, "Fuck."
I'm gonna go sit
and
over
then
here.
he like
sit over here. Sit over there.
How loud is your radio?
It's like at a 4, so I can hear it while I'm sleeping and all that stuff, but not super overwhelming.
Okay.
That's fine.
Because like if I hear a
4 out
guy
of 10,
yelling
yeah.
on the radio, I might wake up. But if it's at a 4, there's Peggy's not fucking waking up. Her snoring is at like a 6 right now. Like she doesn't hear that shit.
Get her a
So-
breathing mask.
She might shoot it.
She has allergies because she's allergic to West Texas, but she has to live there.
So far from the true, Taryn.
So
So-
far.
So Pond will then be like, "Oh, shit, all right," and then he like gets out of his sleeping bag and then puts on his clothes again, and then like packs everything up and then just like begins to head out. Is everyone asleep, or is it just Tipper and just Tipper's awake?
Ash was not asleep. She was basically kind of like off, she was keeping watch of everything, but she was kind of taking time for herself. So she was kind of just
Taking a lap.
for a little bit further away from where everyone kind of probably was bunkering down.
Sugar has not fallen asleep yet.
I have no memory of what Marcus was doing. I will assume he is asleep.
You're in a high, just like
It's
so good. Yeah, then like with heavy bags under his eyes and like super exhausted, Pond will like wake up Hash Brown, who like snaps at him upon being woken up, and then we'll just be like, "Come on, boy, we gotta go. Looks like Tybalt needs us." And then Hash Brown will kind of yawn and then follow behind, as he'll go over to Tipper and be like, "It looks like I can't wait. It looks like they're in real danger, so I'm just gonna head over there. Hopefully they're still alive in a couple hours, but we'll see." And then because you said it was like 2 hours away.
Yeah, about.
2 hours.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess since you have backup, and she points to Hash Brown, I mean, you probably, your way around dangerous people more than we do. So, but I guess hopefully we'll be able to catch up with you at some point in our travels. Somehow.
Sounds good. And then he'll like give deuces as he just begins to like jog in the middle of the night and head over to whatever general direction is.
Do an athletics plus straight.
Trips.
All right. So let me see. You said athletics plus what?
Straight.
Oops, sorry, Siri.
Ash, surely, okay, if Ash is helping keep watch, surely Ash will see this.
Yeah, no,
right?
I was waiting for a second because I was like, Ash would have said something.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, but I didn't want to interrupt because I knew you were having him roll something. So
Pipper knows what she's doing. All right, let it go.
As you're in
Marcus,
your sleeping bag, you're just like.
I'm sleeping.
you're
is
being
he
selfish.
still nude
actually.
though? Because then Shu definitely would notice.
No, Pond is not nude. He
He
put
put
back
clothes
on
on.
his. Yeah.
Okay.
So, you said strength and athletics,
Yes.
or okay.
Yes, strength and athletics.
Okay, so my Umbral Oculus die rolled really, really well, as they always do, because everyone should purchase them. I got 2. Okay, so athletics is a tag skill, and both. Oh wait, sure. One of them was 1 hit, so I have 2 successes there, because one was a 5 and one was a 6, and then the other one was also a success. So I have 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay.
yeah.
So you start putting on your stuff, and you go to take a couple of steps, and then you almost trip over Lady Luck. Luckily, you're able to like kind of bound over as you start heading out down the road in the middle of the night.
Where are you going, idiot?
And then he'll like super yawn and be like, "Brother's getting killed. Just gonna go and check it out, see if he's okay. It's
Wait,
a couple
what the
hours."
hell are you talking about?
And
Your
he's
brother? I
like,
thought it was Marcus's brother that we had to help.
and he goes, no. My brother's named Tybalt. He's a great guy. He's an engineer. He's single, by the way. And as he like looks points around,
Get
and he
to
goes,
get to the point. Get to the point.
listen to my favorite radio station. Heard his voice. Apparently, they're getting attacked by super mutants. So I'm gonna go and check it out. But it's like no biggie. You guys can go sleep, and then I'll just like be over there really quick, and I'll be back.
So
and then
you want
he's
to
just like,
die? Is that what you're saying? You're gonna go try
He's
to
like-
fight a bunch of me and expect to survive?
and he goes, I mean, I gotta do it. It's my brother. I gotta just check it out. You know, if I at least gotta try.
Did you even try to talk to the others?
He goes, I don't want to burden you guys. You know, I'm like,
I swear
you
to
guys-
God, if y'all don't stop yelling, y'all gonna give me a headache more than this damn tequila.
Blame it on the idiot who apparently his brother is in trouble too.
How come all y'all got brothers?
I got 4 brothers and
Holy
5
shit.
sisters. They're great, good people.
Why don't
Uh-huh.
you just for a second just come back and let's try to figure something out? I mean, if we're all trying to
Well-
save everybody's brothers, then we might as well do it together. Like, unless you want to
it-
die, then
Is
please
it if
be my
okay,
guest.
He'll take the radio and like kind of like turn up the volume a little bit. It's like it sounds like they can't wait. I gotta go, and he'll like if you guys want to come, you know, I would appreciate it. They're at the in Sterling City. They're a couple
Ash
hours
is
down
going
there.
to try to strength check or do whatever she has to do to actually pick Pawn up and take him to the camp.
hey now, wait, gotta be.
Like not in a, it's like basically like in a like almost like a if it's like
Suplex.
a kid and like a kid, not like I'm trying to like it's not
No.
hurting him. It's mainly to basically get him to think for a second and actually talk to the group before he just goes off on a murder, like to basically to just get himself killed. So Ash will definitely do like what she did with Peggy and pick him up and take him to the camp.
You're okay. Oh shit. That guy's yelling on the radio. You know that guy?
Yeah, he's Rodney the Rocky. He's the best DJ in all the Wasteland, and he plays oldies, great stuff. And then
And your brother's in trouble.
yeah, I think and like wait as he like he doesn't even resist you picking him up because he's so exhausted. So he'll
You can
like
hear on the radio,
take-
they're coming around back. Oh no, there's so many of them. They've got their dogs with them.
and then
Oh god.
yeah, and then he'll like hold up his radio, but he can't touch it with his hands. So like Hash Brown helps like with his nose and puts up the volume to like wait, and then
desk.
Okay.
it's like
if-
not that one. That's
okay.
Rodney, but
Well,
the
I
other
can't
one,
turn it up.
the one that sounds like a nerd. That's my brother. That's Tybalt.
Sugar Shack, you wake over there.
Marcus.
You'll notice that Sugar's like standing with the guitar case
Oh,
already on over shoulder, boppers in the sling, and Lady Luck's just standing nearby. Just waiting for y'all to figure out what's going on.
Marcus.
we're going. I ain't gonna let nobody else. And Peggy will kind of like kick over at Marcus. like kick his boots. Like,
And Marcus will slowly come to wake. Hopefully, thankfully, no immediate danger.
And then
But-
she's going to set Pawn down in the center wherever people are congregating.
Oh, that was
As-
fast. Pawn, you're back faster than I thought you'd be.
What's
As-
going on?
As Pawn is like lifted by Ash, she won't even resist and will even like lean on her to like sleep. As he's like, no, stop, don't, I gotta go.
Yeah, I already
and
put
nope.
you down at this point. Like basically that you were saying that, and then she's just like,
God damn
Like
it!
a sack of potatoes.
If there's family involved in this shit, let's go. We all know the fucking ammo. Let's get our shit. Start.
So,
He's
what's
just
the-
like picking up her stuff, and
so
is already like
apparently, Marcus, I'll fill you in.
like, God.
He
damn
also
it.
has a brother who apparently is in trouble. Apparently it's close. And there's a bunch of me.
I
Well,
thought
not
he didn't-
obviously me.
I
but
didn't
there's
like
a
his
bunch of-
brother.
I have.
He's got like
No.
he's got a few or
15
something.
or something. He said. I don't know.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
y'all keep
it's-
talking about having family. Peggy's starting to walk in that direction. She's just like got her bag and
So basically, this idiot was trying to go fight a bunch of super mutants. Me.
What? He's going to
Um,
fight super mutants? I thought he
He's
was going
trying
to
to
find
fight
his
them
brother.
on his own. So
I've
I
killed
mean-
super mutants before as he like
On, why don't you get us and ask for help?
well, I don't want to like burden you guys. Like I don't want to like make a big deal out of it, but
you've been
you
a
know.
burden since you joined us. I think that we're long past that by now.
You know, Ash, sometimes you can tamper down on the truth just a little bit.
Yeah,
I
well,
know you
think
guys
that we're
just
all without
joking.
sleep, so
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
you.
I mean,
Oh, well, I mean,
y'all
I guess
gonna lollygag or you get going or
we're clearly lollygagging, Peggy.
that quit that shit.
I guess.
Mark-
I guess. then
Where are
should-
we headed?
We should go. We should go.
Where are we headed?
Sterling City is where I've heard Blast Off Record radio station is, but I'm not the best with directions. So
Ash is gonna basically check her pip to basically see if it's somewhere on the map that she has.
Peggy is already walking in that
To
direction.
try to basically make sure
She's just
that
like
they're headed
Is
in that.
Peggy walking in the right direction?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is that I mean,
she knows
Ash
that. I
isn't
mean, she
worried.
knows the region. So I mean, like she's been
Ash
bounty
isn't
hunting
worried.
for
She can
6
catch
years.
up to Peggy. She's just trying to make sure that they're headed in the right
Oh, I'm
direction.
not. She's not walking fast. She is walking with like doing the temples thing. She's got a cigarette in one hand, bag already, and she's just kind of like she's going. Her heart is in the right place, you guys.
hmm.
Well, Marcus will begin to get his sleeping bag and everything, pack it up.
Pack it up.
Pawn will
Does
turn
Ash
Marcus.
know the direction? That's the question.
Okay.
What were you saying, Pon?
Does Ash know the direction of Sterling City?
Yes. I mean, you all have a map. So, and it's, I mean, it's fairly updated. It's pre-war. So some of the city locations have been renamed and whatnot. But for the most part, especially Marcus, since Marcus works for, you still do the Lone Star Parcel, would know some of the name changes on the maps. So, but yes, so you do have a map and you do know where Sterling City is, and it's not very far.
And Pawn will be like, I think it's that way, and it's like the complete opposite direction of where Sterling City
And
is.
then Ash turns him in the right direction, his shoulders, and then pats
And
on
then
the
he'll-
back to
He'll be
like,
like
move
first
forward.
try as he like walks forward, following Peggy while yawning, and then he'll turn to Marcus and be like, "Do you have any drugs to like wake you up by any chance?"
Do I? He'll hand him some jet.
Okay, perfect. And then he'll take that and be like, "Well, first off, do we have any coffee to do any non-drug related things to wake us up? 'Cause we've been up for
Drug.
like
First instinct's the best. Go with it.
French press.
he'll definitely take jet then as he
Good for you, man.
to wake up.
Good for you. That's one down.
That's one down.
All right. Okay. So you all are heading out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it is, so you are traveling in the dark, although some of you do have, I guess, 3 of you now have Pit Boys. So you are able to kind of use those as a flashlight. So you are able to use those as a source of light, a flashlight, and of course Tipper has Tipper abilities, and is able to
Night
help.
vision, yeah.
Yes,
Well,
and
Ash
guide.
also can sort of see far in the distance, but just
Yeah,
kind of grays tones or something.
Yes. Yes. So you are able to see, and it is kind of cold, but you continue on, you're getting your body moving, so it's able to warm you up and sticking together in a kind of a group formation. And you're getting closer and closer to the town, and you can hear the gunfire. You can hear the screaming and the roars of battle, as it were, as you approach this town. What are you doing? What's the marching order? How are y'all approaching?
Peggy is in the rear somewhere. She already has her rifle out.
Ash is in
And
front.
she looks real pissed off.
Marcus
Fine,
is
we'll be-
right next to Ash.
Yeah, Ash is in front because obviously Ash does not care about super mutants. being
Okay.
Yeah,
there.
Pon will be right next to Ash and be like, "Wow, they're still alive. Gotta give them credit. Like, Tibble's doing a good job. Like, 2 hours of fighting, Jesus."
Well, we don't
Mhm.
know that your brother's alive. We just know that.
Oh,
Okay,
true.
I don't want you to get your hopes up.
Let's not
That's-
talk about death.
And you're talking about
don't
who's
be
giving
getting
harsh
negative.
truths.
I was
That's a
about
good
to
point.
say.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I was just giving you an example
No, fuck
of how
you
of
were.
how you sound. Of how you sound.
Oh yeah, Peggy's just talking mad shit to anybody that says anything the whole time, just like constantly. Like you can
Bitter.
tell she's not had her beauty rest, so she's bitchy. She just
What do we see from the outside? Are any
Yes.
obvious signs of danger, or is it all inside?
So you haven't approached the city block where it's at, but you can hear it off in the distance, and you do see that there is some kind of light source set up as you're getting closer into the town where there's no electricity or light anywhere else, but you do see kind of a light source just a couple of blocks away. So you are getting closer to where you can start seeing things.
Ash is definitely going to be proceeding with more stealth, trying to basically stay within the darker areas to try to get towards where the light is, to try to see what's going on, to get a better vantage point. But she's trying to not be super obvious.
Does Marcus see the
obviously.
light? Can he see the light?
You can see, yes, you can see the light pollution in the what now would be the sunrise. So not only is the sky getting lighter because the sun is coming up, but also the sky, you can see where the sky is lighter from the light pollution in that city block. Were you saying something, Sugar?
No, never mind. We're good. We're good.
All right. Well, Marcus will say, "Fuck it," and he runs in. Full speed.
Peggy is looking to get sight of the first freaking mutant she can, and she's looking for a place to climb up and start pew-pewing.
Pon will also like rush in once he sees Marcus go in. He's like, "Showtime!" As he
Motherfucker.
as the drugs have worn off and
Rifle up.
Sugar will be pushing a bopper onto the baby carrier that is on Lady Luck, as per usual. And we'll be removing guitar from case and casually strolling forward.
Pancakes.
Peggy gives scritches to Bopper before she goes on because she
Ash
wants some
starts jogging
Bopper luck.
towards the two that have just for some reason decided
God,
to be like YOLO, and
That's Marcus's
yeah.
body
yeah.
armor right there. Get over here.
is there a door?
There are
Not
several
anymore.
doors. Right now you are on the street and you're getting closer. And as you start to approach, you can start to see there's a couple of super mutant bodies that are dead around in the street. And you can see just ahead of you figures in the growing light of the day. And one of them looks like a super mutant, but larger, 10 times the size of any super mutant you've ever seen. And that's including Ash. You can hear the roar and the screams.
So Pon will turn to Marcus and be like, "I don't want to be racist. Should we try diplomacy? Like, should we assume that this is like
Shut the hell
the
up and kill
aggressor?"
it.
I think we should just start the shooting. That fucking thing,
What?
dude.
All right, and then
I got jokes,
Kill?
but I'll keep them to myself.
he'll run in after the
We're
the
Texan. We
super
don't
mutant
ask
then.
questions. Mr.
Is that the only thing we see? Is this gigantic super mutant?
tell you in a second. So
Don't like
a couple
that.
hours before, during the attack, Rodney, you hear someone banging on the door. Hey, let me in! Let me in! They're everywhere out here. I can help you. Please let me in.
Who the hell is that?
Is my brother in there? I'm looking for Pawn Ortiz. Have you seen him? Is he in there? He likes your freaking radio station. Help! Just please. There's a dog about to bite me.
I don't know no Pawn Ortiz. I never heard nothing like that. And he just
I sent you multiple fan letters. Excuse me.
Goes over to the
Marcus
door.
never delivered them.
That's right. They never did. They never showed up. He goes over to the door and like pulls it open like just a bit. What does he see?
Come on, describe your brother for us, please.
Tybalt will be Tybalt will be the exact opposite of Pawn, where he'll be 6'2", clean shaven, like bald, very well dressed and all that kind of stuff, an engineer, single, and all that kind of stuff. and yeah, he's all about like taking the safe road, being very cautious, doing right by everyone he comes across, never lying, cheating, or stealing. And yeah.
What the hell's going on out there?
I don't know. I was trying to look for this place. I've been trying to look for my brother everywhere. I haven't been able to find him, but I knew that he freaking loved listening to your radio station. So I figured maybe he wandered out this way to, I don't know, hang out with you guys. He always wanted to play this game where you throw plastic rocks and there's little people. I don't know, man. But, hey, let me in. I can help you. We're about to be under attack.
Rodney, is he like leaned up against the door? Rodney very quietly tucks the pipe gun underneath his chin. I deeply suggest you do not fuck around. And he like pulls the door open as he like guides Tybalt into the radio station by the chin, and then as Tybalt makes his way in, he like slams the door. He goes, "Now help me with this desk. Put it up against the goddamn door." And he just like they start moving the furniture.
Oh, you said my brother's not here? Where the hell he freaking be? Surely he's listening to you. Hey, have you been broadcasting?
Of course I haven't been I've been talking to you. How about anyway? Do you want me to broadcast? Is that what we need right now?
We're gonna need some help. There ain't no way. Have you seen how many there are out there? They're about to bust in. And you can hear super mutants start roaring and yelling, and you can hear the super mutant hounds barking and their claws start coming down the road.
He takes his combat rifle and like takes the strap, like slings it over his back, and goes over to the radio equipment, and he starts like flicking all the switches and getting it live. And he turns he slides the slider and pulls the Shure Super 55 Deluxe mic over to his mouth, cups it like his idol Elvis Presley,
and you hear a huge explosion as some grenades hit your building, and you can hear gunfire.
And that's where you hear Rodney like panicking, screaming for people for help, trying to get anyone and everyone who could potentially be listening to the broadcast to get it to Sterling City as fast as possible.
We need to get to higher ground. We need to get to higher ground. Is there an upstairs to this place?
Yeah, we got a roof. Hold on. And I said it right.
Totally said it right.
So he leads Tybalt over to the stairs, and they start making their way up to the top. Rodney kicks open the door as they stand on the little the roof of the radio station, and he sees this 10, 15 foot tall super mutant, and he just kind of like stands there in shock for like a second and doesn't know what to do.
You see Tybalt starts to shoot and take down some of the super mutants, that are down below, and also he's kind of distracted and he's shooting at these other super mutants, and then sees that you're not moving. Hey, what's going on? And he kind of looks and he sees what you see, and he has that look of fear come over him. Oh shit. And the battle ensues. And after some time coming down the road, wastelanders. Oops, it does say battle map. Where's mine? Start video. This is what you see.
Mother of God.
So you do see several super mutants. During the period that it took you to get here, Rodney and Tybalt were able to take out several of the regular lesser super mutants. And those are the bodies that you're seeing scattered along this city street as you're getting closer. And you see this huge behemoth super mutant attacking the building. You see chunks of brick coming off here and there. You see that the road itself has been cracked in several places. There is still smoke coming up from various places from grenades. And then you also hear the howling of super mutant hounds as well. We are in initiative order. Peggy.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Do I see any of the hounds or just that big motherfucker?
Yes, you would see a hound that is pretty close by. You've got a hound over here from where you can see.
Okay, I wanted to make sure that's what that was.
Hound, that you can barely see over here.
Okay. Well, Peggy's not real dumb, so she's gonna go, and she's just the closest thing where she can get cover.
Okay.
And then we're gonna aim for the torso of one of those damn hounds, because I have an ability that lets me aim at their torso without increasing the difficulty.
Does it also negate the cost of using aim as a minor action? Or do you still have to spend an action point to do so?
It just says when you make a ranged attack, you may choose to strike the torso.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So you don't even have to. It just says when you do one. Yep. Yeah. So you don't even have to aim. You automatically do it because of your perk. Okay. Exactly. So where would you think? Do you want to take refuge behind? Is
that a dumpster?
Yeah. Oh, that one's actually that's a mailbox. But yes.
Is it big enough to hide Peggy?
I would say so.
Good.
Delivery bullets.
Now,
this is why your letters. That's weird. There's a bunch in here from Pond. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is this all close range? Is this all close range?
One zone?
This would be one zone. If you go into another building, that's going to be another zone. So you can move freely about what you can see here.
Okay.
Well, you might want to check, because isn't the hunting rifle a medium?
Yeah, it's a medium range.
I think the difficulty goes up by 1 if you're in the same zone.
Oh yeah, what is the distance? Is the behemoth long currently?
No, he would be in like medium range.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
as long as he's in medium range, that's.
Yeah, I'll give you medium range because he is kind of away, but not.
Sweet diggity. Okay. And then for funsies, I'm gonna. Cool. Okay. Yeah.
The 1. Cool. Yeah. Okay.
So, that is 3 successes.
Okay, that hits. So you're hitting the torso. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah. Oh, snap, crackle, and pop.
And physical damage, right, from your rifle?
Yep. Yes,
Okay.
physical, and I have piercing 2.
Okay, perfect.
That is 2 1s, a 2, 1 stupid 4, which she don't count for nothing, and then 2 5s and a 6.
Okay, so 2 5s and a 6. So you got 3, and it's piercing 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to do 2, 4, 6. 6 piercing. Oh, dang. Okay, cool. That's good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minus 2, 4, 6, 7 minus. Okay, cool.
Pop.
Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, you hit this thing. So you run over to the mailbox, which never got any letters sent from Pon to Rodney. Or maybe
There's just
there's
a bunch.
there. Maybe Rodney
There's just
never
a bunch
looked.
sticking out the side that have Pon's name all over them.
Yep.
They were there the whole time. So yeah, you go over, you run over to it, you aim your rifle, you start shooting into the center mass of this super mutant behemoth, dealing a little bit of damage. You did not injure it, but you did quite a bit of damage to it. Do you want to do anything else?
I'm trying to kind of semi hide behind the thingy, but other than that, no, that's what I'm doing.
All right, cool. All right, it's gonna go. So it is going to be very angry.
Wait,
Yes,
can I use a luck point for me to go in this?
yes, you
this one?
can.
Yes.
Please do.
Yes, I was waiting. I was like, all right, Hiller, let's do this. So basically, Ash kind of cracks her neck, and she's like, "It's been a while since I had a challenge since the cages. Time to bring the pain." And then she's going to charge forward for Pain Train. Yes. And to do her famous atomic drop kick to try to knock this thing prone, hopefully. So
Roll your attack.
If you hit it and you fall backwards, I think that's going to cause Marcus just to turn around and.
By the way, look at the scale of Ash
Oh boy.
to the behemoth.
okay.
She's
So
not even
it's a difficulty of
honest.
2. A difficulty of 2, which that means that basically for both have to be under the target number, correct?
Its defense is a 1. Difficulty of 1.
Oh no, for Pain Train, when you do that, you have it's a difficulty of 2.
Okay.
So
yeah.
in order to
Right.
succeed, I got a 1 and a 14, and it is my tag skill.
3.
So
okay.
so that would be definitely a success. And I get to add 1d6, and there's stun damage to that, but he is knocked prone.
Oh, let me see. Did you roll damage?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because
Double
that is
check.
I have
See if I
5
have
damage
to it.
plus the one the other d6.
Okay.
So that's 2 5s and a 2, and then the others are 3 and 4. So that I don't think does anything. Let me see. For 17 was the area as far as the injury.
Awesome.
So I think that's what, left leg or something.
17 is the right leg.
Right leg. Okay.
Yeah, so right leg. Okay, I double checked because I could have sworn that it was not able to be knocked prone, but it is. So you run, you football gun it right into the right leg of this behemoth, taking it down. And then how much damage did you say it was?
That was 2 5s and a 2.
So 2 5s and a 2.
And it
all
is
right.
Stun damage for part of it.
Stun. Okay, so it will be stunned. However, you stunned it, you hit a nerve, but it didn't take any muscle damage, and then you knock it over. So it's like, oh, and you hear this roar. And Rodney, you and Tybalt can see from your vantage point on the roof as this large thing that you have been trying to shoot at and do some kind of damage to, while you are also taking out its smaller counterparts. As it goes down, and you see below you on the ground this ashen color woman that has just charged forward, no fear, and just damn near busted the kneecap of this thing.
And Ash stands her ground and then swings. She does like a little swing with her sledgehammer, making it look like this thing doesn't weigh the 20 pounds that it weighs. Bring it.
Roll Awesome. Yeah, and it's just like, and
But I can't move, so I just got to take whatever. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, its face. It looks. I mean, it's got like this blank expression on its face, where the intelligence of this creature, this behemoth super mutant, is. I mean, it's there, but it's not there. So you have just knocked it prone, and it is stunned. However, when it enters the scene, this particular creature, I did gain an action point from it already in my pool, so I am going to use an action point to get this thing to come up. It is going to, and you can hear the ground beneath you rumble as this thing pushes itself up.
I would like to spend a luck point to take my turn as it stands.
Okay, go for it.
Damn, Ash. Peggy's like behind the mailbox. Like
The cover is like
as
No, I'm like, go.
Rodney, as Rodney hears the first gunshot like go off, he like looks down the lane and sees that there's a group of people like coming, and finally he's like coming out of that like shaken, like I'm fucked sort of mentality, and sees like he doesn't actually see Ash, but sees the thing go down. He's like, the fuck was this? He leans over and sees her standing there, and as this thing is getting up, you can hear Rodney from the roof go, I don't fucking think so. And he just like pulls up his rifle, which has now been decked out with a sharpshooter's grip, and a finned barrel. So I'm doing more damage and I'm more accurate. And so he like looks down the short sight of his rifle and then just like picks and aims at the head of this thing, because he's trying to find the weak spot and he hasn't found it yet.
So you're using aim as your minor action, and you don't need to move, so that's perfect. Okay.
That's correct. So if I remember correctly, I can spend action points to roll more d20, correct?
Yes, you can, and I believe because I gave y'all a rest. I believe so. You should have full action points right now.
We're at 7 right now.
7.
Actually, fun fact, y'all, you're rolling with Rodney. You get 8.
Oh, you also have the inspiring.
Jesus,
Okay.
like
Yeah, I have.
If you took the minor action, if you took the minor action aim, you get to re-roll when you're d20 without adding anything.
I just want to roll an additional one just in case.
Sure.
Okay, so just one action point. Cool.
Okay. So I'm going to take aim and fire. Yeah. So I've got a 7 and a 3.
Okay.
And a 16, which is over my target number, but I've got at least 2 successes.
Yep, perfect. You only needed 1, and your hit location and damage, please.
I'm going to hit the head with 8 damage die.
Ooh, 8. It's gonna
Yeah.
need it. This thing has massive HP for this game. This is even
Right.
large in D&D, like this HP.
Okay. And then what's the thing to fire more stuff?
You can expend more ammo.
Yeah.
You just have to, so what if you have a fire rate of do you know your weapon's fire rate? So you
Fire
can
rate,
you can expend 2 more pieces of ammo to add 2 more d6s.
2 more pieces of ammo to spend to 2d6s. Got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Oh my gosh.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, cool. So that was 1, 2, 3 5s, 2 6s, a 4, a 3, and a 1. And then I'm going to spend 2 pieces of ammo to roll 2 more d6.
Okay. And by the way, thank you so much, ELH, for the raid. We appreciate you. Some
Yeah,
other
thanks,
Fallout fans
raiders.
coming over. So yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate the raid.
So the 4s, again, memory, 4s
Threes and
and
fours
3s
blanks.
don't do anything. Cool. So the 2 die I just rolled were 2 2s.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you did 5 points of regular damage. Does your weapon have an effect? Because you did 5 points of your weapon effect.
My rifle is vicious.
Oh, so 10 points of damage plus 5 points of damage, and it's physical damage, right?
It is all physical damage.
So 15 points of damage. Did you say you aimed at their head?
I did.
Okay, cool. So
I need Rodney's gun.
right, so that's
Like,
15.
Peggy is watching this shot go off, and Peggy's jaw is just like,
Wow.
just staring at the gun.
Holy cow. Yeah, so you do, I mean, because it's got high damage resistance, but yeah, you see Ash take this thing down. It starts to get back up. You aim at its head and then pop off a couple of shots. You end up stunning it. Well, not stunning, but you end up injuring it, giving it a concussion from all these rounds going off into its tiny head on this big ass body. And it's kind of dazed as it is trying to get up, but I'm going to put it back down because you said you were doing it while it was getting up, so it's not able to get back up yet until I go on its turn, which is next.
Ash is definitely going to see all that happen, and she's going to look up, like, because she doesn't know where exactly it is.
Sugar, say
Go off.
Yeah, I think Sugar wanted to go next,
Sugar,
and then
start
after him, I'll
playing
go.
your
Yeah, no,
playing your
Sugar's not going next, but I just want to make sure it's known that Sugar did spend the luck point to have the mysterious, because I have to do it at the beginning of combat. So I just want to make sure it's known.
Okay,
Mysterious trigger is involved.
Great. Okay, good.
On will spend his luck point to go next.
Thank you, Pawn.
Okay,
Does
good. I was
everyone-
it's gonna go next.
Okay. Let me see. So Pawn will assess the situation and see that a lot of targets are being focused on the big one, but there are two undamaged, or I don't know about undamaged, but like two other targets that are on the in the battlefield. So he'll go to the hound that's to the right. That way it doesn't like get to the back line and start attacking our shooters and everything like that.
Are you taking hash brown?
Hash brown, yes, yeah. And I will attack with hash brown.
Okay, are you getting right up on it so that you can use melee?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, so
And
you're currently
then, perfect. So he's gonna go ahead and have hash brown attack, which it'll assist me. So should I spend extra points? I don't know. Let me do this. Oh yeah, that was bad. All right, so I'm gonna spend a luck point to reroll.
okay. Just one.
And you know what? Yeah, I'll spend another luck point to reroll another one. Is there a limit to the rerolls?
Yes. So you can only roll each die once. You can only re-roll them once. You can never roll the same die. You can never re-roll the same die.
Got it.
again.
Okay.
Only once per die.
Okay.
But you can always use
So-
action points to add more if you need them instead of using your luck points. It's up to you.
Oh. How many do we have in the bank? Is it 8 again, or do we
Yeah, we're
It's-
full at 8 right now.
pull at 8? Okay. Let me see what it was. So melee is 6, and I got a 7. Okay. So I'll go ahead and spend the action point needed to roll into the die. And Jesus, all right, I'm gonna spend a luck point. Thanks for not with me tonight. All right. So I only got 1 success, and I got a natural 20 for this one. So
Did you forget we're not playing D&D?
I know my just want to point out that my Umbral Oculus rolled 2 natural 20s back to back, which is
That's
great
because
for
they're
D&D.
only for
but-
D&D.
exactly.
Just
But in
kidding,
this
just kidding.
situation, okay, I have 1 success.
One success. That I believe for a super mutant hound is, let me double check their defense. Defense is a 1. That's all you needed.
Okay.
Roll
Oh,
your
thank you.
damage. You do not have to. It does not have hit. Wait, it does have hit locations. So you do roll hit location. And yeah.
Do I roll 2 of them for me and Hash Brown, or do I just roll 1 for both of us?
Just roll ones.
One? Okay. I got a 9 for hit location.
Okay, cool. 9 is the torso.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me go and roll the damage dice. So for me, my dice are not with me tonight. Oh my god. All right. So for my dice, oh no, you want? I can spend a luck point to reroll 3, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
you can spend one luck point to reroll 3 hit dice. Yeah.
I'm burning all my stuff in the first rank of it.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
That was worth it though, because they all turned. They went from 3 4s to a 2, a 2, a 1, and a 2. And then for Hash Brown, he got 2 6s. So for me, yeah, I got 2, 2, 1, and then 2. And then Hash Brown got 2 6s, and his are vicious and piercing.
So that adds 2 more, so that's 11. And it negates 2. Negates 2. It's physical, so that's going to negate 1, so that's 10. So you and Hash Brown, you come over, you bring the seal, Hash Brown, and you just, the super mutant hound had no chance. As y'all make quick work of it, you just pound it and bite at it into a bloody pulp, and that super mutant hound is dead. Damn.
Perfect.
You took one
Okay,
out
yeah.
like right off the bat.
Do I hear the sound of girlish screaming? That what I know it would be Tybalt.
Yes, you can hear up. You can hear up on the roof above you as Tybalt is yelling, "Oh my God! I think we've got reinforcements coming. Who are these people? Do you know these people? Who are these people? Are they?
I don't give a damn who these fucking people are. Would you fucking shoot this thing?
Okay. And he starts again assaulting on the assault. Okay, so this one's dead. And then it'll pop. If you want to see him, yeah. Anyway. All right. Is that your turn then, Fawn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Can I use my luck point to pretend that the big super mutant doesn't have any action?
It's stunned. It's double stunned. So I'm going to say it's not getting an action this round.
Ooh. I can't do
That generosity, that kindness.
I'm at the top of the fucking initiative.
However, there is still a super mutant hound. It's about to go.
Somebody can stop that thing because I shot it. No? Okay.
Okay, so I'm going.
Uh-huh.
All right.
You chose the shoot first.
So the super
That's
mutant
what
hound,
Peggy does.
he like barks, he starts running over here, this other one. Comes
good.
up to Ash and rolls an attack, which with my awesome dice that I got in from Modifius with the hit locations and cool, so the stuff all came in finally. I'm gonna roll those. That is going to be what's its bonus? Target numbers. Oh, that's the target number. Okay. I got. What's your defense, Ash?
2.
So the super mutant hound runs over and it starts trying to bite at you, but it is distracted from the shot being fired down by Rodney Rocket, and it does not bite you. I only got 1 success. I rolled 16 and 8, and the target number was not that. All right, so then we've got, so after that, then we are back in the initiative order. Marcus.
Yes.
Drugs.
Answer.
I don't think so. I'd like to take a minor action to move into the same zone.
Okay. Okay, so how close do you want to get? Where exactly would you like to be? Do you want to get kind of like where Peggy is, or?
Well, no, because you said
where
Peggy.
Fawn is?
You said Peggy was medium, so I need to be within close. So I
Closer,
guess.
so I'll put you closer. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to be kind of where Fawn is then, or maybe like right here,
Yeah, seems fine.
or?
Yeah, wherever I've got a good visual of the area, I guess.
Okay, cool. I'll put it right there. So you're kind of staying close to Peggy.
And how many targets do I see? Is it just the one dog and the big guy?
Yes, so you see Pawn as you're running up. You see Pawn take out Lucille and starts wailing on this super mutant hound, and you see Hash Brown digging into it. And this super mutant hound, that one's dead. You see the big behemoth trying to get up, but it's being rained on by shots on the roof by Rodney Rocket and Tybalt. And Ash is also just right there, about to be attacked by the dog, but doesn't. Its bite doesn't get her.
Okay. I will use my quick draw feature to draw Winona.
Okay.
And then I will shoot the big guy.
Okay.
At least try
Go
to.
for it.
2 successes.
Awesome. You only need 1.
And the damage. I'm going to use 1 luck point to reroll 1 dice because it's the only dice that didn't do damage. Okay. I have 3 1s, 2 2s, 3 5s, and a 6.
11. Okay. Weapon properties?
Vicious. So it'd be
3 more.
4 of them were
15 points. Okay, 15 points of damage. Hit location.
Oh, hit location.
Yes. And this is physical damage? Yes.
8, yes.
With right on it.
8, which I believe is torso.
Yep. So 15 points of damage to the torso minus. Okay, cool.
I would like to take a page from Peggy's book, spend additional ammo to do gun fu, and hit another target.
Do it. Okay. Love gun.
I think it just does. Peggy, does it just hit them? Do I just apply that damage to them? How's that work?
Yeah, no, you roll. You just do it.
Right,
you do
done.
the thing.
I
You
did the
just
thing.
do it.
It's done.
It's so good.
15
I love
damage.
it.
15 damage to the other one.
Yeah. So you shoot off, you pop off on the super mutant right in their torso. You see the bullet go deep, and this oddly colored liquid that it must be its blood starts oozing out of its body. Then you turn your weapon quickly and fire at the super mutant hound, and you completely, its butt's facing you, so that's where the bullet went and out the other end. So you just kind of skewered the super mutant hound and it's dead.
That was inappropriate, Marcus.
Nice shot, Marcus. That was awesome.
Thanks, bud.
Bullseye.
And I would like to do a additional major action.
Okay.
Which is good. First time I've ever done this one.
Action points.
2 action points, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I've not taken any narcotics. Because I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen after this, I'm going to take the defend major action. So
Okay.
I'm gonna make an agility plus athletics test, and I add the number of successes to my defense.
Okay, perfect.
My target number is 14.
Okay.
2 successes, a 6 and a 7.
Okay. So you add your defensive 2 to your DR?
My defense is 2. It is now 4.
Perfect. Okay. That's good. That's good. Okay, cool. Is that your turn then?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Tipper.
Oh, which I believe pays for the major action because it was. Or does it?
You don't gain action points, you just gain defense.
But
Yeah.
I succeeded by more than.
Well, each
Oh, then
success
yeah.
goes to your defense, right? Or we're talking about
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, because you rolled a test. Yeah, because you rolled a test and you gained. Yeah, I think you can gain action points from rolling that as a test as
I think,
well.
I don't know.
I would say yes. We'll just say yes.
So we gain 2.
Yes.
It doesn't have a test number. It just says make the test. I assume then the test is 0.
Well, I assume it works in the same way with some of the other abilities, where it just the benefit is what you're getting out of it, which is the defense.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's 2 successes. I guess whatever that means. For the purposes of this.
Yes. Okay, Tipper. So you see your friends advancing forward. You see this massive, huge behemoth super mutant. And what would you like to do?
This is her face exactly when she's looking at this. Like, because if you realize something, like this is actually like the first like massive group fight that I've actually taken part in actively. So I've been listening very carefully. Well, that's okay. You understand there. All of a sudden you just hear
Oh, Jesus.
and Tipper's like standing behind like the group like this. Wait, she's standing behind. Let me think.
So where would you like to be? I can move you up for everybody.
Remember,
You know what? She's sort of, yeah. Go ahead, Peggy. What were you saying?
No, nothing. Just don't shoot Peggy.
Something in the mailbox.
Y'all think, then y'all give Tipper credit for.
Okay, yeah. I'm standing. Okay, who is that right there in the orange?
That's Marcus. So this is Marcus.
Okay, that's what I'm standing behind.
Great.
Okay,
Ash,
Marcus,
Ash,
you
I
and-
forgot to mention, Ash, you are the Kevin Costner to my Whitney Houston. So if you wouldn't mind
Oh.
interceding here
Marcus, is this
Taking over
loaded?
her.
Yeah, then, like,
and like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you figure out how to shoot. You're like,
You can. I'll sing
She's
the Dolly
thinking
Parton version of that shit, and we can just go.
Oh my god. Wait, so that means that I just have to like pick you up, like.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
We're- Okay.
You're the queen of the night. Okay, sorry. I'm done.
I love that song. Sorry, I immediately like was in my head when you said that.
I'm pretty sure he is every woman.
And the music video. Okay, I'm sorry. And what would you like to do, Tipper, as you come forward?
Well, I'm assuming that Marcus is very confident in what he has taught me over the weeks and months, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Marcus, this is a test of your training.
He's not. Marcus isn't flinching. Maybe because you're behind him, he doesn't see you.
She's sort of like over his shoulder.
Oh,
Oh yes.
That's
Please take his ear.
eardrum bursts. And
You don't need it.
She just aims and just fires at that. It's like that one, like you guys I'm pointing at the
Big
one
ass
with the, yeah, that thing.
all right. Roll your 2d20 to see if you hit.
Yeah.
Please let it be a 20.
No.
does my added defense help
A
with
5
this?
and a 13.
No.
Oh.
Okay. What's your target number on your gun? On your shotgun?
On my shotgun, it is 7.
it should be agility
yeah,
plus.
One success? Okay.
The 5 hits.
One
So
success is fine.
yes. So that does hit. Roll hit location. So roll a d20, and then I'll tell you where you hit. You roll a 6?
I'm 5d6 for
Okay, and
damage.
then roll roll your damage and roll another d20 to tell me where you hit him.
Okay, 16.
16? Okay, so you're gonna hit him in the left leg.
Let's see. 2, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, what were the numbers though? So what were the numbers? What did you roll? On the d6?
Oh, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1.
Okay, so 3 and 4s are blank. 2 does 2
Okay.
damage. 1 does 1 damage. So you have 5 points of damage.
Yeah.
And you said in left leg.
Okay.
All right. So do you have a fire rate on the shotgun? Is there a fire rate?
Let me think. Oh,
Great.
vicious.
Oh, so it has vicious.
And yeah, spreads
Okay.
vicious.
Okay. Okay. Ooh, but you didn't roll a 5 or 6. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
but
so you do.
Oh, but I mean, for small. Is
Yeah.
this a small gun? Would you consider this a small gun?
Yes,
Thought of?
the shotgun is a small gun.
Okay, I have a 2 rank on that one.
On the range? Or wait,
Yeah.
on the rate. Go ahead and roll 2 more d6s, and then you can add some more damage to it. So
Okay.
roll 2 more d6s by adding to your fire rate. You just get rid of 2 more pieces of ammo.
Okay, a 3 and a 5.
Okay, so the 3 is a blank, but a 5, so that adds up to a 6, and you've got vicious, so that's 7. Good. All right, so you blast into and you blast this shot into its leg, and Marcus, you are there to see it as this shot you hear it, basically right beside your head.
Oh, you're right. It is a 0. You're right, Marcus. You're right. I'm looking at the laser. The laser is 4, but the shotgun is 0. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. No problem. All right. So, but you do shoot a shot off into its left leg. Did you want to do anything else? That was your major and minor action, unless you want to spend any action points to do something else.
She would like to spend an action point. Can I spend an action point to aim and fire again, or no? Oh,
yes,
no.
You can spend 2 action points to go ahead and do another turn. With the
difficulty does go up by 1 unless you have action bonus.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah. You can spend luck points to re-roll if you need to. Yeah.
No problem.
You're gonna aim again? All right, 2 more D20s. This time it's a difficulty of 2.
Okay.
Yep. 2 action points.
4 and 2.
Okay, yeah. That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Marcus, good job. Where was all this training with Ash?
I can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I can't hear
3.
anything saying.
Oh no, 3.
Yeah.
Marcus
Well, I will 1d20
Jumping
and
the
it
door
was 3.
now.
Okay. Oh, you rolled a 3. Okay. Oh, for your hit location. So torso. Okay, roll your damage.
Okay.
So your D6s. Yeah.
Roll 2d6s or 5?
Whatever your gun is. Combat shotgun.
5d6. 5d6. Okay, I had a unicorn, a 2, a 5, a 5, and a 6. I think a unicorn is a 6. So a 6, 6, 5, 5, 2.
That's good.
It's a good hit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Why is that a perfect
All right,
tipper
cool.
response? I have a unicorn.
Got a unicorn?
I want those dice,
I
right?
want to see those dice now.
They're unicorn dice.
Again, Marcus, in that same ear, you hear another blast as another shot is fired off. So you hear one, and then you hear another one. Boom! You see one shot go into the leg, one shot go into the torso, and you glance over, and Tipper is right beside you.
You hear the first one, you feel the second one.
Yeah.
At least the vibrations.
Exactly. All right. So Sugar, you and Lady, what's going on?
You protect my bopper.
So I have a very tactical
Bopper.
move that I think is going to be really advantageous to all of us. In this building to the right of us,
Yes.
do I notice any like chairs or anything in there?
Sure. Yes.
All right, so Sugar's going to head over there, sit in one of the chairs, and tune their guitar.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Casual.
And with Lady,
What am I supposed to do?
are you going over into the dilapidated building or into this building?
Whichever one I could see obvious chairs to sit in. I
Okay,
don't know.
now the store closed, so you'll just come over into the one that's like dilapidated, and it's I'll say that there's a chair in there or something.
Take a seat and start just tuning the guitar.
Okay. With Lady.
Yeah, we're just chilling.
Okay. All right. Okay, then back. We'll before we get back to the top of the order, we will go ahead and take a short break. If I can get over to the screen. So before we go on to our break, I just want to give a friendly reminder about this.
Charm the
I
pants
can't
off
even
that
do it.
fucker. Why aren't you banging it yet?
It's a
All right, so we will be back. Like I said, we'll be back after about 10 minutes and see if they can finish off this super mutant behemoth. We'll see.
It's already done. We got him.
It's fine.
I'm gonna do the
Not
obvious.
bloodied yet. D&D terms, it's not bloodied yet, so we will see. So
Marcus is
see
a
y'all.
defense of 4. Bring it.
For now, see y'all back in a little bit. Go get wasted.
Bye, y'all.
Welcome back, Wastelanders. And yes, I did not I did mute. I unmuted. I'm good. Okay, sound is back. I didn't mess up again. All right, so before the break, we found our Wastelanders in Sterling City at sunrise. And before them, they saw a behemoth super mutant terrorizing the blast off rocket radio station, along with there are several dead super mutants on the ground, and there are some super mutant hounds that were still up. But our Wastelanders made quick work of the super mutant hounds. However, that damn super mutant behemoth is a hardy mofo. And although they have got him on the ground, he's still got a lot of health. So let's see what happens. At the top of the order, at the top of the order, we've got Peggy Sue.
Alrighty. So the only thing I see right now is the big dirt bag laying on the ground, right? I don't see anybody else.
You see two people on top of the radio station, but they are also shooting at the super mutant.
Okay. Do they? If I lock eyes at any point with them, she just does like, and points to the gun, that Rodney was using because she saw it take a, nasty chunk out of the buddy's head. She's just gonna shoot him because that's what Peggy does. So she's gonna shoot him in the torso.
Is your interaction? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just doing the center mass. So that is. That is 4 successes that Peggy will have. That is 2 3s, and that is a tag skill. So, hell yes. And I'm going to roll my damage, I assume.
Yes, please.
Sweet. 2 5s, 2 6s, and 2 2s, and then the stupid 3 that does nothing.
All right. And weapon properties were again? I forget.
Piercing 2.
Piercing 2. Holy cow, that's right. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. Cool. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 points of damage. Sweet.
Yes.
It is bloodied. Congratulations. Okay. In D&D terms. So yeah, you shoot off another shot that plunges deep into the gut of the super mutant, and it is oozing and bleeding out everywhere, and Ash is right before it, and the super mutant has just fallen to the ground.
Using the luck point to go next.
Yeah, how much is it to take a second action?
2 action points.
2 action points. And where are we at? Anybody? Marcus, is anybody keeping 5?
Not that's a problem for you with 4 successes, but the difficulty is up with 1.
Oh yeah, because you are still, since it's currently still your turn, you still, yeah.
Okay, so the difficulty goes up by 1, so then it's a 2 to hit it?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna do it. I feel like it. Peggy's trigger happy. She got all hot and bothered because the gun went off.
That is. Can we get from the first shot?
What?
That was 4 successes on that first one. So,
so 3. She got 3 action points from that. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's 3 6. That is 3 successes. That is a 6 and a 13.
Okay, so we get 1 action point from that. Go ahead and roll your location and your damage.
Alrighty. That is a 9 on location.
Okay. Full torso.
I'm just gonna keep shooting that bugger in the same spot. Yep. Okay. 2 2 2. So 3 2s, a 1.
2 2 2, a 1.
Oh yes. And then a 4 and 2 5s.
2 5s. Okay. Cool. And then those 2 are piercing 2, so that's 4 piercing.
As Peggy is walking, like at that point, she's kind of like, yeah. And then when we're done, then she's just like, big buddy, you can't run with big dogs. You got to stand under the porch. She's getting cocky. She's
all right.
She's sleep deprived, so.
So you fire off 1 shot, 2 shots right in its torso. It's not feeling too great. Ash
point.
is to spend a luck point to go next.
Yes.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Finish
she's basically, she winds it up. She's winding up her sledge to basically uppercut this thing directly, like right under the jaw, its jaw. Because, you know, it was concussed once. Why not just knock the head off if possible?
Yeah. It's got a tiny head compared to its body.
And of course, we know that that's going to be a attack skill, and I got a 3 and a 5.
So 4 successes.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
that's 9 dice. And I'm actually going to spend another luck point to make this a critical. So we're just done with this thing, hopefully.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, I gotta roll 1 more. Wow. All right. So we got 4 6s, a 5.
Fine.
Let's see. Yeah, 4 6s, a 5, 2 2s, 2 3s.
Wait,
And
4,
this is
6,
breaking. Yeah.
4, 5. 2 2s. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10.
Yeah. And it's a critical, and that was hitting 4, which
It's left. No, right arm. No, wait.
Where's torso?
Where's torso? My bad. Thank
torso.
you.
So I was aiming for the head, but then I got a little too excited about hitting
Okay.
this thing
Got a
because
big
it's I saw blood.
Okay. And what were your weapon properties again?
I have breaking for my.
Oh, so that's if it's wearing anything that can be broken. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Yes. So
But
you.
it was critical.
Okay, cool. You, you hit it in the torso. It's going to start bleeding heavily from the torso. You do that with your super sledge, and you see the chains that are wrapped around its torso that have a shopping cart. These chains are wrapped around its torso, strapping a shopping cart to its back, like a back piece armor that also has bloody meat sacks in it. You see one of the chains break off of it, and
I'm doing 2 action points to do another action.
go for it. Oh, okay.
Go down already. And then she's gonna like try to again because she missed the head. She's gonna try to aim for the head.
Okay, so now it's a 2, so defensive 2. So yeah, roll 2 successes. Let's see what happens.
Sorry, I got childish. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I got childish back. I apologize. Okay, that's a 7 and a 12. And then let me roll.
2. Yep.
Okay, a 3. So I think she missed. She missed again.
Up early?
Yeah, maybe. Okay. So many dice. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's 3 6s. And 2 1s. The rest don't count.
Okay.
And of course, spending that luck point to make that a critical.
Okay. And what was the location?
It's torso again.
Okay. I'm trying to remember the rules if you get hit critically twice. You crush, I think it's that you can't heal from it. So you cave in a portion of this thing's rib cage, and you can see it's now having trouble breathing as one of its lungs, massive lungs, has completely collapsed in where the rib cage has been crushed. It is barely hanging on by a thread. Is that your
I'm gonna
turn?
spend a luck point to take my turn.
No. Okay. All right, go for it.
Rodney's watching all of this happen. he can feel the pheromones on the wind down the road, and he kind of like turns his head to see this redheaded woman just giving her 90, like just absolutely like doing everything she can. And he stops, readjusts his Clint Black Stetson, pulls up the rifle, and just takes a deep breath and just quietly says to himself, all right, I think this is about it. And I'm going to take aim.
Okay.
I'm going to spend an action point to roll an additional d20.
Okay. Where are you aiming?
Aiming at the head. Same thing. Just popping this motherfucker as many times as possible. My target number is 13. I rolled a 4, a 12, and a 6.
Okay. What was your target number? 14?
13.
13. 4, 12, 6. Oh, yeah. Then you gain 2 action points, I believe.
Great. I'm going to roll my 8 damage die. Okay. That's 3 4s and a 3, but I've got 3 6s and a 5.
3 6s and a 5. Okay.
And she's vicious.
Okay. So
gonna spend an action point for fire rate.
You don't have to spend action points for fire rate. You can spend an action point to is it action point or luck point to re-roll 3 of the
luck die is re-rolling.
Luck, that's right. Thank you. You can spend
I
a
think
luck
the fire
point.
rate, spend a bullet to add.
Yeah. But I mean to re-roll some of those 3s and 4s too.
Oh no, I just want to roll 2 more d6s.
Yeah, then it's just ammo. Yeah.
So I spend 2 pieces to roll 2 more 6s.
Oh damn. Okay. Holy shit. That's 10.
And then I'm going to spend 2 action points. I know what I'm doing this time to attack again.
You might not need to. What was your weapon property?
Anyway.
Okay,
With a 7 and a 14, so that's 1 success.
That one would miss.
Okay, I will spend to re-roll.
One of them, a luck point to re-roll. Okay.
Yep. That's a 10.
So you get it?
Yep.
Okay. Holy cow.
That's 2 4s, a 3, 1, 2, 3 2s, a 1, and a 5.
Holy cow. Okay. I'm not even gonna ask because your weapon properties. So those 2 shots together, even without your weapon properties doing more damage, you fire off. And you although its head is quite small compared to its body, it's still a massive head. And you can see it's now trying to lift up where Ash has caved in its rib cage. It's trying to do one last crunch to try to get up, and you just pop off both eyes in its skull, and it goes down with a rumble as you as its massive body hits the ground, rumbling the street beneath you. And as this happens, upon you are trying to go over to where you hear your friends being attacked by this big behemoth, and there is super mutant hound blood on the ground, and you slip on the blood, and you're going to take 5 points of physical damage to your left leg.
Okay, physical damage. So I would want to take 2 points then. So
there you go. Yeah, so you skin your knee a little bit as you slip in the super mutant hound blood.
No one saw that.
It's never hashed around.
I saw it.
And you all are currently out of combat.
That was a
As
lot easier than I
Rodney
thought it'd
pops
be.
off those 3 shots, it's pop, 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 and he just like wipes his brow and deep in the heart of Texas, and he just kind of straightens up and looks down the road where everybody's apparently walking towards him.
Sugar would finally be coming out of the building, starting to strum. My guitar's all tuned for this.
My
Oh,
God.
sugar.
You should play a song on live radio. That'd be so dope. As he kind of looks around in the buildings. Is there like a bunch of dead bodies and everywhere? Like essentially?
Yes, there's a bunch of dead
Okay.
super mutants and now super mutant hounds, and there's this massive behemoth super mutant that's now on the ground at Ash's feet. And you did hear the voice of your brother up on the roof as well, and another person that you recognize their voice is Rodney. That's one of the hosts of the radio station.
Okay. He'll turn to Hash Brown and be like, I think my brother's here. I know you've never met him before. He's like, he's a cool guy, but he's gonna be thin and lanky, and he looks like a nerd, and he's like super just like lame. So find that boy, and then he'll like start just like searching around. He'll put his glasses on. He'll like reach into his fanny pack and then get his glasses and put them on to see better.
And Sugar will look over to Lady and just Annie up. She knows that is the command to go search for particular items.
Of course.
Anything in particular that you want to spend a luck point to find?
Caps. All
And
the
you
caps.
hear a shot ring out. You hear a shot ring out. Hold on, I'm looking for it. You hear a shot ring out. And it were you really like Peggy?
Do what now?
No, okay. I was asking Sugar. You hear a shot ring out, and the super mutant, as its last breath is basically leaving its body, this blast of a shot just goes right through its temple from somewhere down the road or on a building, or it's mysterious. From where it's very mysterious where the shot came from. Nobody really knows. I was trying to get to it sooner, but you weren't here. So, but yeah. So was there anything in particular you were looking for?
Just caps. Sweet caps.
Okay. All right.
That's what Annie Up is, cap collection.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Hey, Sugar, you want to help me get some treats for Bopper? As she's walking, starts heading towards the
Climbing out of the mailbox.
walking that direction.
The rifle cocks across the echoes across the street.
Hey, now.
Now, I would have appreciated some help about 5-10 minutes earlier. I just want to make sure you're not here to kill anyone else. And he just kind of like levels the rifle.
Peggy pulls hers up as well. Now, hell no. I just run 2 damn hours to come out here and help somebody that's crying all over the radio, and now you're going to point a gun at me?
Hey, y'all settle down. Listen, I don't really know this man, but I mean, he let me in. I was looking for my brother, and they're still up on the roof. I was looking for my brother, and then all of a sudden these freaking big ass super mutants start coming around, and he let me in. I mean, I don't think he's causing any trouble.
Well,
my brother likes to listen to his radio station. They play some games and read comics. I don't know.
Look, at this point, Rodney turns to Tybalt and goes, I don't know who the fuck you think we are, but we tell epic tales.
Continues walking now that he's turned away.
Juan will have heard the voice of Tybalt and be like, oh, and then he like runs out into the street to get a better look. And when he sees Tybalt, he's like, "Hey, Tibble, good to see you!" As he like just jumps up and down. He's like, "That's my brother, everyone. These are my friends." And then like he's just like, "We're in a gang. That's our leader." As he points to Tipper. And,
Do you guys look alike, by the way, at all? Pawn, do you guys look alike or no?
Both dark brown skin, but that's where the resemblance ends. As he's like taller than him, he's like skinnier and more well dressed and all that kind of stuff. And then does
We're
Tibble
not a gang.
Does Tibble have blood over him?
Yeah, you can see that he's got a couple of cuts and bruises and whatnot, and he does look like he's got some blood on his pants. But he looks okay for the most
Like
part.
Okay. Then he'll look at the blood and be like, "Did you finally murder someone? Isn't it the best?" As he like
I tried to shoot at some of the super mutant things, but
That-
I mean,
Is that your brother that you've been rattling on about?
yeah, man, he's like your biggest fan.
And while they're
This is
having-
when Rodney looks at Pawn, like, and takes him in completely, and then looks back at Tybalt and goes, "Yeah, that sounds about right."
And while they're having that conversation, Pan will look over and be like, "Oh my God, look at the pee-pee on that thing," as he like looks at the loincloth as it's just like
It's totally okay. So the thing about super mutants, for Fallout fans, so it's got the things. So it's yeah, it's got that, but
There's
super mutants
enhanced capabilities.
but super mutants are known to be sterile
Yeah.
for the most part, unless you're a special super mutant. But anyway, so
It's a large rifle, no magazine. Got it.
yep, basically.
Now you're speaking in terms Peggy understands, but at the moment Pon says that, she just turns like away from the super mutant in general and is just rubbing your temples.
and then and then Pan will be like, my brother's like kind of lame. He's very safe. He's like, but he's a good guy. You gotta meet him. And then he like will turn back to, because he's never seen an image of Rodney. He's only heard the voice or whatever, so he doesn't realize who's there. So he's like, "Is there any other like threats in this area? Are you guys like safe?"
He looks down at Pawn. He goes, "No, we're just fine. This was the problem." And he like thumbs down at the super mutant. "Hey, why don't y'all pop on in and we'll move the furniture and make sure y'all can have a sit down for a second. Maybe we can figure out what the fuck is going on." And he like nods at Tybalt to like take the stairs back down and so that we can open up the radio station.
Okay.
So yeah, so you go downstairs, you're able to move the furniture back. You can hear from the outside, you can hear the screeching of legs of furniture on the ground being shifted, and you hear the click clacks of the locks that are on the door as they open the door. It creaks open, and Tybalt kind of comes shooting out, and he like is standing in front of you, Pawn, like sizing you up, like you gonna hug.
Oh yeah, Pan will absolutely. It's the only time he'll like drop his bat to like pick up Tybalt and like bear hug him essentially, and he's like, "Hey man, I miss you," as he like twirls around and everything like that. And then his ADHD like kicks in as he's like I've gone through so much. I gotta tell you everything. This is my dog Hash Brown. He's amazing. This is Tipper, and this is Ash, and this is Marcus, and this is Sugar, and this is Lady Luck, and this is Bopper, and this is Peggy, and this is and then he just like goes through everyone. And then he's like, "You won't even believe how many people we've killed. It's like we dismantled desert rangers in this one area. We've killed a bunch of like armadillos, not the animal, but like gangsters. And then just like he rattles on for everything."
There's a lot more to a lot of those stories. No,
You're not planning on killing this one, right? Like that's. I mean, he's
cool. No, that's not what we're. Marcus,
Okay.
You're better at explaining.
You're all right. He looks at Rodney like, "You're all right. It's okay. They're not going to kill you."
We're not a gang.
Okay, is you like looks back.
Yeah.
And without further ado, please welcome yourselves to the Blast Off Radio. And he just kind of like awkwardly gestures them all in.
We don't kill everyone with me. Just to be clear.
You see this huge, as you come in, you see this huge movie poster. It's a Miles Morales live action movie poster that is starring royalty. No why. It's starring Royal.
The Royal Tut.
Starring Royal.
You had it right. Royalty, no why.
Royalty, no why.
Royalty, no why.
Up on the poster, but this thing is larger than life. It covers one of the whole walls. You also see several stacks of comic books. You see a table laid out with a very elaborate Dungeons and Dragons scene with little miniatures and different shiny map clickety clacks on the table. Colas here and there, empty ones strewn about.
Ash comes in and she points at the poster. I like that. And then she just keeps like she looks down at Rodney and like kind of does like a little nod and then keeps walking inside of the
Peggy is immediately drawn to the math rocks and is like,
and that's when Rodney like quick grabs her wrist. I would be very careful if Libby sees you messing around with her dice. You don't understand how superstitious this girl is. She thinks that whoever is not her who touches her dice curses the rolls that she makes on those dice. So it would behoove you to put those down.
I did not know that was I didn't know they came like that. I kind of want one now.
They don't. He goes, fucking fine, here, and he picks up a D12 and like hands it to her.
That is my favorite die, by the way.
Oh, good guess.
Yes.
And he just kind of turns to everyone else. He goes, so where are y'all coming from?
Who's asking?
The man you just saved and who helped you kill that thing. I'm just curious.
We're coming off we're coming out of a vault, but before that,
are y'all dwellers?
No, we were going to check it out. Excuse me?
And I look to Tipper and be like, Raiders? As like I like not my head.
No, I'm a bounty hunter.
I was looking for you, man. Like,
wait a minute. Did you say Raider?
No.
Are you from?
I mean, my brother sometimes gets in with the wrong crowd, but he's all right.
I used to be a full-time Raider. We did it for a number of years. Won a couple awards at the Raidies, and it's like.
Are you from Tucson? Because that's where I know the Raiders are from.
No, it's like, and he like points to his abs where it says Paradise Valley on it. And he goes like, I'm from Paradise Valley. It's like a little bit of ways away, but I know Tucson.
So you're one of those Red Rito munchers.
That sounds delicious.
No, okay. Here's the thing. Pawn did done some dabbling in that. Marcus is a mailman.
Well,
Ash delivers death. Yeah.
Ash kicks ass for a living. Sugar just plays guitar. Tipper, and there's my baby Bopper. And she just walks over and is picking up this baby Deathclaw and is scritching him. And yeah,
what did you bring into my radio station? And he just like
he's just a little bopper. Tell me you get the name reference though, right? Look at him, he's a little bopper.
I'm very familiar with that name reference, and he looks nothing like the little bopper.
Look, I mean, watch him smile. Go.
And Pawn will be like, Pawn's like is like a loading screen inside of his head. And he's like, your voice sounds so familiar. As like probably behind Pawn is a giant picture of like, you know, all of them together, the radio station and everything. And he goes like, do you know Rodney the Rocket by any chance?
Okay, right. My name is Rodney the Rocket DeSelles. I am Rodney the Rocket.
And he'll just like freak out, and he'd be like, "Oh my god!" As even Hash Brown gets excited for it, and then he's like, "We listen to your radio station like every single night. Yeah, Zoomies and everything. Both Pon and Hash Brown do the Zoomies." He's like, we literally listen to your radio station like every single night. You're like my favorite DJ of like all the DJs, and that's actually where I heard Sugar's music from. Is like they got played at your radio station, and then like got to me and everything, and then it's like you're always the best person to go to for like the best music. So thank you for what you do. Did you get my letters at all? Like my packages, like because. Sometimes I'll like kill other raiders and then take their like an heirloom and then put them in there to send it to you as like a memento. Did you get
there? By the way, over in that mailbox, there's a bunch of stuff sticking out of that mailbox. You check that ever? Because I'm pretty sure there's some stuff hanging out of it.
No, I've never. We don't.
Marcus.
We're not.
Couriers don't always do hand to hand. Sometimes we take the path of least resistance. Sometimes it's at night. We don't want to wake you.
I'll be honest. We didn't. My crew is not here right now. They're going to go get some supplies, and I man the radio station. So I didn't really. We don't really leave the radio station. We've been like set until like real recently. We've had like 2-3 real good years where we didn't have to leave for shit, and so now they're off getting supplies. So
is that what all that is?
What? He like turns
the
to where,
table
like, all the
with all the D&D and all of the like.
No, sorry, no, that's not. Those are not supplies. Those are for collaborative storytelling elements. But they're going to get like food and stuff.
And Ash, you see back on one of the back counters, there's a 6-pack of Viking beer with some of the other beverages.
Ash,
they got any tequila?
Ash's eyes get a little bit wider.
Oh, you won't. Would you like some?
Yeah. So, I may have tried that liquid, and it's
he likes it.
Pretty delicious. Yeah.
Oh, please. And he like reaches over and like rolls the bottle across his fingertips and like flips it around, and then goes over to her jacket, and like it's almost as if he's going to offer her like the end of the bottle first, and instead he moves past her hand, and there's like a metal piece, like a stitching metal piece that she has on her jacket, and he like quick snaps it off and pops the cap and like hands it to her. I do believe you've earned this.
And what you guys have probably not seen before is an actual smile appears on Ash's face.
Oh my
damn.
And
my feet are cold.
The disrespect.
I thought you were gonna beat his ass for touching your jacket.
No, my fucking feet are cold. Hell is freezing over.
With balls.
The audacity just gets to her. It's just
you got guts, kid.
And he just like looks her up and down. He goes, I know someone worth my time when I see it. And he turns over to Peggy and says, so you said something about tequila?
Yes. Do you keep any of that around?
He walks over to the desks that was moved out from the door. He gives it a kick, and out pops a drawer, which is literally all liquor bottles. It's vodka, gin, tequila, rum. It is just a myriad. He goes, we don't really partake too much because, and don't tell them this, because I'm not allowed to tell them this, because I agreed with Libby we would never speak about it. We don't drink because most of my crew are mix.
Oh yeah, we got one of them. She points back at Tipper and just is already looking through the drawer of like what's in this.
And he looks at Tipper and just like doesn't register that.
Tipper looks completely normal to you. So the
Yeah.
scents in the Mr. Handy that you're used to seeing,
Oh, they
they
look
are
fucked
metal
up.
and look like robots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tipper-
Pon will,
Looks like flesh and blood.
and Pon will be
You're
like,
gotta-
do you remember that time, like a few months ago, of that tale of the beings from beyond time, where they were like killer robots and mechs that look just like us and were integrated in our society? That's
Yeah.
pretty much what she is, but not the murder aspect. She's pretty cool. And then,
wait, no, that's not. And he like walks over to Tipper
Bottle.
and he goes, "What the?"
She's looking at Rodney
How-
like this. He's
how-
walking around her. She's like,
Yeah, I'm just like looking over what like you are one very particular make. How the fuck do you not look an inch like a goddamn synth?
she can even poop.
That's what we're
You can't-
trying to find out. I honestly have no idea why I exist, but I'm going to find out before my days are over on this planet, and that's what my friends were gonna help me figure out. But I have never met one like me before, so I feel like I'm alone, but not really.
Well, you don't.
Pass a bottle of vodka to Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus
Right.
will join.
I'm one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like she was sipping and she was smiling a bit, but then she like realized that she is not, her exterior was looking too friendly for a second, and then she switches it.
she's
you-
friendlier
so-
than she looks.
And he looks over at Ash and he goes, "I've seen plenty of them before." Well, I mean, hard ladies is what I'm talking about. They're easy once you know how to wiggle your way in there.
Do a lot of wiggling, do you?
Oh.
You know, Ash,
She's like-
you got a pretty smile when you feel like it. Just continues.
No, she's intimidating as fuck, but she's gorgeous. So he
And there's like a weird hue that comes up on
it's a
Ash's
green.
cheeks. It's like it's more like a like, instead of a blushing like a pink, it looks kind of like more like a like someone who's sick.
yeah.
So it looks more like a green, but she
Yeah.
turns around and then she like takes a big swig because she's now nervous
You
again.
guys think this is good? You got to listen to Rocket After Dark. That's some saucy stuff. This man,
We don't.
Woo!
Hey, hold on. And he just sort of like chuckles, and he himself grows a little pink. Now, I tell those stories in my weakest hours, and we don't. We all have our moments where we want to talk about the things that maybe we shouldn't talk about. And I don't. I didn't know until right now that anybody would listen to my show. I just thought we may as well put out a story, because instead of all these like warnings and like drab audio that runs through the radio, we just put out something that's interesting. And so maybe I gotta pull back on those after darks. And he turns
I'm
over
gonna
to
check these like to herself. Peggy's like, I'm gonna check out these after darks. Hey, Sugar, is that what you've been listening to? She's like,
And Sugar, as you hear this conversation going on, and you're seeing all these different records and labels that are sitting on some of the shelves. Some of them you remember. It's been a while since you've seen them, because you were alive before the Great War, so you are over a century old. So you're looking through, and it's just bringing back a flood of memories. Looking at these different album covers, just flipping through. And then you see one that looks very familiar to you. It's got heart on it. Very interesting design. Paper mache, perhaps.
I'm gonna take this record. I'm assuming it's inside of its still sleeve.
all the records are in sleeves.
So while everyone's conversing, we'll take the record, put it in the guitar case, the record itself, and then we'll light the sleeve on fire.
Hey, wait a minute. What the hell are you doing to my record?
It's not yours anyway, at the end of the day.
Oh, now I'm sorry. I just you walked into my radio station. Everything in this building's mine.
Sugar, what the hell are you doing?
You're getting rid of things that shouldn't have existed. It's that simple.
walks over to Sugar, just kind of like looks a little closer.
And Sugar's like
No.
completely looking at the fire burning the sleeve.
This ain't, you gotta be fucking kidding me. No.
And on what you think you saw, it's probably best you don't speak on it.
Yeah, they they
You know,
talk
we-
about you.
They know each other. Excuse me.
Hey, give me a second. He leans in real close to Sugar. You know, you're like a fucking myth, you know that?
It's not been easy to make that be the case.
I am surprised and delighted to be standing here in front of you. And he just leans in a little closer. I just want you to know that based on everything I know about you, you're lucky I haven't pulled my fucking gun out and destroyed you based on how many caps I would earn.
Now I'm quite curious on what it is that you actually know then.
Well, and he looks back at the sleeve. You wrote it. So you tell me. And he like pulls back and turns to Tipper. If you met Alex, I swear to God, you would flip. She thinks like you can tell that she's a synth. Like she's like half ripped apart, but she acts like she is human, and it is absolutely stunning.
Who is Alex?
Alex is one of my crew. She's about, and he like puts his hand about like 4 foot or 5'4", 5'5". She's about this tall. She's well made, but like all of the synth skin is like worn off on the one side, and you can tell, and like it should be obvious, but like Libby's working on making the updates to her software so she can actually
Upgrade
more,
herself.
Yeah. We're trying to be kind about it because she just, there's no point in destroying the facade that she's built up for herself. So, whatever. She's not hurting anybody. It's just kind of surprising.
Well, I do know this, that my make, for whatever reason, the law that is the wasteland, synths are like required to look like synths. We're not allowed to dupe people. So my creator was essentially breaking the law, whatever the law was. So
interesting.
Pardon?
I said that's interesting because
Yeah.
I didn't expect creators to behave that way, but I guess it doesn't fucking matter.
Who's Libby?
Libby? Oh god damn it. And he just kind of like puts his hands on his temples. He goes, Libby's a lot is what Libby is. And she's also the only reason that I'm still not dead, to be straight. She's a brainiac. She likes to experiment on things and ensure that the like what fucking whatever she can get her hands on, whether it's tech.
And Tipper's gonna look over at Bopper. Really?
I know. Don't be looking at my look. He's just sitting over there eating some mutant fingers.
That is a phrase I never thought I'd hear, but here we are. No, Libby's a scientist. She's real smart. She's real sweet, and she is a handful. But she is a delight, and I love that woman.
Are you guys attacked a lot here by anything?
Actually, if I'm being honest, no. We've been here 5 years, and then We ain't never had an attack like we had today. Like, we've been fine. Like I said, we've been skirting around doing absolutely fucking nothing but playing Dungeons and Dragons and eating food and like sending it out
The
on
hell
the
kind of kink
airwaves.
is that?
It's the kind you have to play. And he picks up the dice and he goes, "You ain't. When's the last time you were told a fairy tale?"
I play D&D.
What's a
The fuck is
fairy
the?
tale?
I hadn't
What?
not since. It's been a long time.
All right.
One of our ex-Raider gangs, we played it all the time. It was pretty fun.
Now I'm
Jerry-
starting to get a better sense as to why you appreciate my radio. Yeah, so the way it works is like this. Sorry, I don't know any of your names. My apologies. As you might know, I'm Rodney, and how can I, other than him, and he like thumbs over at Sugar. Who are y'all?
I'm Tipper.
Okay. And that's Ash. I know that.
Hey.
My name is Miss Peggy Sue James. Hat off to the side.
This is my
How
brother.
wiggle.
This is my brother's pond. My brother
Oh.
pond. So
You
I was
call me
looking
Pond?
for-
All right. And
The quiet
Hey.
one.
and Mr. Mailman. What do we call you?
Kevin
Mark,
Foster.
Mr. Post.
Kevin Costner. Sorry.
Kevin Costner, yeah.
Man, a few words.
Okay. No.
I think we went by Shakespeare in that name.
During this conversation, Pawn, you and Tybalt have raided the snackage cabinet, and y'all have made a nice little found a comfy spot on one of the old couches. It's got this maroon coloring to it, and it's got a bunch of holes in it. The fabric is frayed in several spots. And as you sit down, and there's an exposed spring, and you kind of have to like move out of the way and maneuver and find a good spot.
Katniss, yeah.
Yes, hash brown curls up at your feet, but every once in a while looks up for some snacks. And your brother says, while everyone's talking, "Hey man, so I'm glad I found you. I mean, I figured, I heard about all these different gangs going down, as I made my way over here, east, trying to look for you. Wasn't sure where I was going to find you, but knew that you liked this place. So figured, hell, this might have been where you were at."
And Pond will like finish up eating the crackers because real life DeAngelo's full, and he'll like put it down, and then he'll be like, "Yeah, man, that was like, first of all, that was really dumb of you to come out here and like, did you come by yourself? Like, you of all people should know better to."
Well, we're spreading out. We're trying to like look for you because like, mom's not doing too good, and we didn't know where you were at. Just trying to look for you, man.
And yeah, and then he'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is she sick or something, or is she like, what's going on there?"
Yeah, well, I mean, resources were pretty slim, and we got to where we were just having to find stuff to eat. Some of the rotted meat, and she's got some of that lungworm stuff going on, and she's been coughing up blood. And try to get her some antibiotics, but that doesn't seem to be helping much. And I don't know, man, she's getting older, This world, man, it's not built for everybody. I shouldn't even be alive out here, but I was lucky enough to make it this far trying to find you.
And he'll kind of like try to like, he'll start to process his words and everything, and it'll be like, when you say she's like not doing well, and when you say like, the antibiotics aren't working, are you mean like she's like not doing good? Because that's like, that can't be it, right? She's gotta like, she's a fighter, like she's overcome like a lot of things in her life. Like, surely this is just a phase, right?
I don't know, man. Like maybe there's something else that we're not seeing. We thought it was, just get her some antibiotics, but I mean, she got better for a minute, but she's back doing worse. And some of the guys stayed back, you know, take care of her. But a couple of us came out and been looking for you, you know, try to get you home. So, you know, have the family together. She misses you.
And he'll like a little bit like begin to unravel as he goes like, well, I mean, like well, let's not jump to the worst conclusion because clearly there's got to be an answer to this. Like we just came from a vault with a lot of like supplies or whatever. We might have missed something. There might be something there that can help her. Like it's not this can't be the nail in the coffin. You know, there's got to be an option for us to like, she'll be fine. Mom's got to be fine. As he'll just look to his.
I mean, you know how she likes her sugar bomb. She likes her tamales. Like she likes, I mean, you know, mom's got, you know, she got some weight on her, but man, she's looking real thin, like your friend over there, the one with the guitar.
Marcus
she ain't
is
a
fit.
ghoul or anything. She ain't a ghoul or anything, but man, she's lost a lot of weight. She just can't keep anything down. It's it.
And Pon will kind of like look to the ground. And he'll try to process the situation as he didn't expect this news like at all and everything. And you can tell that Hash Brown is definitely reacting to him in a very therapy dog sort of way, noticing his like, you know, emotional sort of shift. And a few tears will slip from his like eyes and everything as he tries to wipe them away. And he goes like, well, and he goes, if it's that bad, then I gotta go home. Like hold on, let me talk really quick. And then he gets up and paces back and forth a little bit. Definitely looks at Tipper as he then gets courage to go over and kind of like ask, like you just simply go over to her and be like, hey, can you talk for a moment?
You want to talk to me, Pon? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry to keep like
follows Pon.
Yeah, and we find like somewhere off to the side, away from everyone, to the point where there's like, you know, the sound grows distant, and he'll he struggles to look you in the eye as he kind of like tears are still kind of slipping from his eyes, and he goes like, I don't know like what the whole situation is right now, but apparently my brother had come to find me because my mother is like not doing very well, and I may have to go with him to go and figure that stuff out, like to see what's going on, because apparently it's bad enough to the point where she might pass away. And even though me and my father have a horrible relationship and I like hate his guts or whatever, my mother was the one that always like helped me out when I was younger and everything. So like, I am so sorry to have to do this to you, but I think I might have to leave to handle this. But when I finish this, when I sort out my affairs, I swear to you that I will come back and pay off my life debt. But I just got to get your approval. You know, you are my gang leader, and I swear to you that if you don't want to release me, then I will stay with you. But I have to plead to you to like, can you please like relieve me so that I can go and handle this?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of miss you. You know, I guess as part of this gang, and but even though I know it's going to be really difficult for you to leave, I mean, Ash is really strong, and if you try to leave again, she's probably not going to let you. But I do have to say, I'm jealous that you know where your parents are and you can find them and talk to them and hug them. So I wouldn't stand in your way. However, I really don't want to see you go, Pon. And I don't think your family here wants to either.
And he will gather the courage to like look you in the eyes as like he no longer brushes his like tears away and lets them freely flow as he, in a moment of passion, just like goes to grab you essentially and then just like hug you. And he goes like, I don't want to leave either. You guys are the kindest people I've ever met in my entire life, who have accepted me wholeheartedly for who I am. And I've never had this experience, you know, before. And I don't want to lose that, but I have to deal with this. And he'll go, and he'll afterwards, he'll like unhug you and be like, I'm sorry for touching you without consent. And then he goes like, I'm going to go and get my stuff and head out with my brother. Thank you again so much for everything. You really are the greatest gang leader I've ever had to serve under. And
that's the best compliment you've ever given me. Everybody. And Tipper's gonna like wave to everybody who's in the group, and she's gonna be like, Pon wants to tell us something.
And he'll look to the group, and then he will like take a moment to decide whether he's gonna like wipe his tears away, and decides not to as he lets them freely flow. And he goes, I don't know what the situation is, but my brother came all the way out here from Arizona to let me know that my mother's going through something and she may not make it. As his voice kind of breaks a little bit as he says this. And he goes, if this is her final moments, that I have to be there to check her out and everything like that, and just see what's going on. I'm so sorry to do this to you guys when you guys have done so much for me. Literally, in the middle of the night, came out here to help my brother, and I'll never ever forget that. But I have to leave you now as I go and deal with the situation. And he kind of like looks to each one of you guys one by one and says that I have never in my life experienced a group of people who are so kind and so hardworking and so like honorable. And I want to thank you so much for being in my life, even for this just brief moment. And I really do hope our paths cross again. But if they don't, please, like, let your shots be true, your aim be true, and, nothing come across your path to take you down. And thank you so much, as he just kind of gives a bow to you guys. And then
as he goes to bow, Peggy just like rushes up and gives him as best a bear hug as Peggy could muster. And she just kind of leans in. I understand. Go take care of you and yours. Appreciate him while you got him. And hell, that bounty's going to keep going up. I'm going to tell people all kinds of stories. And she just like pats him real hard on the back and then like looks away, pulls her hat down a little bit.
As Pawn will definitely like sort of collapse in her arms and just like hug her wholeheartedly with all of his passion and emotion. And yeah, he goes like, I hope you take down all of the bounties you come across and fill your coffers filled with caps. And yeah, as he goes to everyone.
Ash will go forward after Peggy goes off to the side, and then she looks for a second, kind of like away, and then she looks at Pawn in the face, and she's like, "It's gonna be weird without you. Weird without you, Pawn." And then she's gonna take your hand, and she's gonna put 80 caps, and then close it, and then she's gonna back away.
He'll take it, but before you back away, he'll like realize what you've done and then like reach in for a hug, essentially, and just hug you wholeheartedly.
She's not gonna hug back, but she basically allows you to embrace her. But she's just like, if you imagine just like a board, like that's the fact that she's not pushing you away that's her way of kind of.
And Hash Brown will definitely like lick your leg, understanding your intense emotion as well. And then
all right, that's enough.
Peggy looks at Hash Brown saying goodbye and starts bawling and like is sitting on the floor just like petting Hash Brown and like giving all the loves and scritches because she realizes Hash Brown is leaving.
And so she's like tapping out. She's like, all right, just don't
let go.
Don't die.
Marcus will head over, and we're not, where I come from, we're not much for hugging or goodbyes, but you got to take care of your family. I understand that. So he'll reach out for like a handshake. Upon the gang won't be the same without you. And you said your mother wasn't doing well. I don't know what exactly is going on with her, but I do have some chemicals that are not recreational. I've got some antibiotics and some Radaway. If you want to take that, maybe that'll. I don't know if that's scarce where you're from. If you want to take that with you, maybe that'll assist.
He'll kind of look and be like, I couldn't take that from you. You guys are probably going to need it more than I am. We'll get back and we'll be able to figure everything out. Like, you need this for the road ahead. And
we didn't try any right away. We couldn't find any.
Well, why don't you take this with you then, and maybe that'll help.
And ain't gonna do any good on sugar anyways. But she's like bawling, petting Hash Brown and like hugging on him.
As he'll take the rat away and then just like pull you in close and hug you. And he's like, I'm gonna miss you, man. Thank you so much for helping me out all these times and everything. And he'll like hold on to the caps and the rat away as he looks to Sugar, and he'll like walk over. And then at this point, he's so wrapped up in emotion that he'll just go over and try to hug you immediately. And
and Sugar at first is just like, happening. And then you'll feel like Sugar's hand slide into your pocket for a moment. And then we'll slide out of your pocket and give you a hug.
And he'll be like, I love your music. I'm sorry we couldn't like jam more or anything like that. But like one day I'll come back to you guys and hopefully you guys, will let me back in the gang and everything. And then he just like gives you like a hearty pat and everything. You're like, please keep playing music because you're amazing, dude. As he looks to Rodney and then goes like, you're awesome, and I'll keep sending you fan mail. And I swear to you, any cool things I find around the place, I'll send to you, just like I did. Also, there may be a couple grenades in there, so I apologize. And they're cool, and so check it with caution.
Right. I'm sorry. You're talking to me in a strange way. I've never had a fan before, and if this is what this is like, then I am starting to get used to it. And he goes, hold on a minute. And he turns over to the boxes of records that are strewn across the station. He walks over to the turntable and lifts the lid and pulls the needle up. He goes through one box and he goes, you always have a song, don't you, King? And he pulls out a record, a 45. Pulls it out, blows it off, sets it down on the turntable and pulls the needle over and gently sets it down. You hear the scratch, that of the record as it starts to play. Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down at the end of Lonely Street at Heartbreak Hotel. I mean, I'm feeling so lonely. And as the song carries throughout the radio station, he looks at Pawn and he goes, you seem to have really affected these people. It's strange how one man can have such a profound effect on those he surrounds himself with. I learned one thing about the king. It's that if you do good, you can change the world for the better. You know what, Pawn? Got an idea. I'd like to make you an offer. If you'll have me and my crew, I'd like to walk with you. I'd like to walk that very long southern mile, take you home.
And
we'll take the crew, and we'll make sure that your mama gets the best attention and care she can.
Han will like look wide-eyed and then let his tears flow freely as he just like shakes his head. He goes like, I don't want to be a burden to you, but like if you have the free time and you want to do it, then I can't stop you. But like we would really appreciate it. As he looks over to Tibble and he's like just finally wipes his tears away and takes a deep breath and is just like, all right, we better head home. As he just like looks to like sort of get his stuff and all that.
Whoa. You're just gonna up and leave just like that? You've made all of these fine individuals incredibly emotional, and you're just gonna...
No, what are you talking about? And she like Ash is gonna be downing the Viking beer again, and kind of like you see like she's blushing again.
Yeah, and he turns back to Pawn and goes, and you think that it's just like a walk away, hit the sunset kind of situation. No, it's not. That's not how we do things in this house.
Peggy glares at Sugar.
And he walks over.
Turns and walks away.
He walks over to the table and starts turning over the frayed and torn parchment paper that he's been using to make maps on. He sets the DM screen up. Now, everybody take your place. We're gonna send this thing off right. out of this cave crawls a 5-headed dragon. One head red, one blue, one black, one green, and one white. She rears back.
I shoot it.
And we'll get to that. Could you let me? And
Yes, fireball.
But so I can use my bardic inspiration, right?
Rodney will then begin to run a D&D session for the Wastelanders before he takes Pond and Tybalt to get the crew and take Pond home.
One final send-off, one night of fun with your wasteland family before you set off to take care of your blood family. And as the night carries on and you all learn the ins and outs as noobs to D&D, but taking on one of the mightiest creatures in D&D, you share some laughs, you share some drinks, some good food with some friends and new friends. As the day continues on and turns into night and you get some rest. And that's where we're going to end it for this evening. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot this part. As everyone lays down, just before everybody, like, we'll leave before everybody else wakes up. And Rodney, seeing the gun that Peggy holds, just kind of looks at it, looks at his, switches them out, and then quietly says, "Yeah, that'll be interesting," and is going to leave his gun and take hers.
So Peggy Sue has a new gun, and Pond, brother, and Rodney set off to find the rest of Blast Off Radio Station and head to take care of Pond's family. And that's what we'll call it for tonight. Thank you all so much for coming and watching and participating in chat. And thank you so much, DeAngelo, for playing such an amazing, funny, like hilarious character that bringing Pond to life. Like you brought so much to this crew, and so sad to see Pond leaving, but I mean, maybe it's not forever. So we will miss you because you bring so much comedy and fun to this campaign and just round us all out. So thank you so much, and thank you so much to Rene for coming in and guesting.
Rene. Love this character.
Play Rodney Rocket again. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, now he's gonna have to come back.
Yeah,
because you guys can. We'll go around. We'll start with Rene. Do a send off. Tell us where we can find you and all that stuff.
Well, thank you very much, Wastelanders, for having me on this so eventful evening. It's been my pleasure to be a part of this game. My name is, again, Rene Beauregard. You can find me at Dragon Rock RPG on Twitter, at Dragon Rock RPG Design on Instagram, where me and my compatriot, Daniel Lieberman, we create 5e supplements for D&D. You can find our stuff on DM's Guild by searching Dragon Rock RPG, and we'll have something coming out very soon. So keep an eye on our social medias for something new that you can have for your table for D&D. Thanks again, guys.
All right, Alicia Marie.
Hey everybody, I'm Alicia Marie. You can find me on all socials at Alicia Marie Body. I am a costume designer and maker, fabricator type, and part of shapeshifters.com. That's shapeshifters with a Z at the end.com. And we have a lot of Halloween stuff, so like costume wise, etc., depending on what you're looking to be. A lot more games and stuff coming up, so if you're on my socials, we'll see what I'm up to. Fun stuff. Follow me and find out. Thank you for being here.
And Ash.
Hi guys. Well, I'm gonna first start off by saying, DeAngelo, it has been an honor over the years to be not only your friend, but to be able to share the table with you so many times, but especially for this one. And so I just want to say that. Love you, my friend. Forever homie. And then on that note, so I don't start getting emotional, I'm Utahime. I'm a cosplayer, streamer, TTRPG performer. You can catch me on the socials of the medias at Utahime Cosplay on Facebook, Instagram, here on Twitch where I stream, and Brianna DeCosta on Twitter. Please be sure to tune in tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time on DM_screenings channel, sponsored by the Initiative Order. And it's the Ecrium Expeditions, the premiere of our group campaign. So we are super, super excited and would love for you guys to mosey on over and check us out and check the awesomeness that is Ecrium. But yes, that's it from me. But thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Marcus Cole.
Hey, my name is Justin, and I do play the Slinger of Guns, Mr. Marcus Cole. And I don't think I'm alone in saying I really, really hope that Sugar stole from Pawn on his.
We
Got
know
80 caps?
I'm gonna
Sugar
miss
was
you.
notable.
Like, what did he do? I'm so like, I need to know. Like, did you lift something or put something in?
He
Put a
put something
landmine in there, yeah.
No.
Pond didn't check his pockets, so we'll never know, will we?
Pawn will know.
I don't know.
Pond will check his pocket.
Ah, damn. 200 caps and a harmonica signed by Sugar Cyrus.
Oh, snap crackle.
What? What?
It was jingling and yeah.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. Okay. Sugar Cyrus. Yes. Jay.
Oh, hey, it's Jay.
What can I say?
Yeah, no, that's why I said it differently, because I saw you getting ready to mock me. You can find me on all social media at Just2Casual and Casual Creativity over at Twitch. You can also find me tomorrow in Gilding Light at 5 p.m. Pacific for the next episode of Season 2's She is the Ancient, the gender-bent Curse of Strahd, where we don't just change the gender, we change the narrative on sexism, racism, ableism, and so many other components of a wondrous storytelling experience. And you can get your own copy of She's the Ancient on DM's Guild right now, so you can check that out. I'm also doing all kinds of things on all other kind of places, including writing my own 5e compatible Deep Breath set in the retro-futuristic high fantasy setting of Pariah, originally inspired by Shonen Jump, where the world is thrown into conflict of the old world of magic versus the new world of technology, and the question is, where do you stand? And before I end my little spiel, I want to say, because this is just how casual works, I want to give a special thank you to DeAngelo for being Pawn in this adventure, not just because you have an amazing character, amazing storytelling, and put in a character that is a comedic relief in the most beautiful of ways, dynamic and personable, and you also had a character that highlighted some things that people don't even recognize. Like having an emotional support dog is a big thing that people don't consider when you're doing TTRPGs, highlighting mental awareness and other things, and you made sure that those components were realized. Some of them were jests and jokes, but you spoke on serious things, including the fact that you're in a raider group that says, hey, we may chop off fingers, but mental health is important. We have mental health days and all that. You made sure that you include your diversity and focus, and I appreciate you bringing awareness in such a fun way that is impactful, and I am grateful to you for being able to sit by me in this table as we go through the wasteland.
Thank you, yeah.
That's why we let him do the talking.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm. And I heard Deep Breath might be on the Initiative Order sometime soon, maybe. I don't know. Looking for that. Looking for that. Well, let's do Peggy Sue next. Peggy Sue next.
Alrighty. We could do that. Because hi, my name is Taryn, also known as Valrook across the socials. I am a TTRPG player and a GM here on the Initiative Order. Yesterday and then every other Sunday, I GM Far Realms, a Cult Divinity Lost homebrew campaign where I absolutely mindfuck my players for 3 hours at a time. I highly recommend it. Casual, still better. So I do that, of course, every Monday. I am here, and tomorrow I will be playing a Hexblood Druid over on DM Screenings channel. You should totally come check it out because she's really excited. And then beyond that, I am the creative behind Umbral Oculus Dice, and you can follow the Dice Ventures on my Instagram at UO_dice, and there's a link in my bio to my shop, my merch, and all of the things. Because another fun thing about UO Dice is I'm also sponsoring DeAngelo's channel. So when you watch one of the games that he hosts on his channel, you get a D20 from me because DeAngelo is a freaking badass homie and has been mad supportive through all of the ish that we went through some months ago, was a big pillar and was just a big supporter behind all of that movement and just helped everybody realize what they needed to get done. So absolutely mad love, and I've enjoyed playing with you and look forward to all of the games and things we will do together. So.
And last but not least, DeAngelo.
Hey everyone, my name is DeAngelo Murillo. You can find my stuff at _DeAngelo. It was so much fun to play like Pawn in this group and everything like that. Just want to give a shout out to April for being an amazing storyteller. And yeah, because like when we were with the entity that we would no longer talk about originally, I was there for like a month and a half in their crew. No one wanted to give me a chance for anything. And April was like, you know what? I want to work with this dude. And she brought me into her group. And I'm so grateful for having the chance to make so many new friends and to go on so many like awesome adventures and everything like that. So I'll forever and a day be so like indebted to you and we're so grateful for everything you did. And yeah, so it's been like a wonderful experience, and I can't wait to be there every Monday as a fan and a viewer to support you guys and everything, and it'll be so good. And yeah, thank you again for everything.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're definitely gonna miss you, but excited that Emerald Templars also might possibly be on TIO doing something sometime.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, so many fun things. So yeah, still DeAngelo is going to be around doing fun, awesome, amazing things. Of course, go check out DeAngelo's channel where he does all kinds of amazing streams, monthly different streams, monthly homies helping homie games, just all around great human being. We will miss you here, but we're still going to be seeing you all over the place on TIO and your channel and other places as well, like D&D Beyond, because you're like a badass. So thank you all so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We will see you all next week at the usual time here Monday night on the Initiative Orders Twitch channel at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. Until then, love each other, get a little wasted, and have fun. Night, y'all.